set up. Give me like 2 seconds. I guess I could go over to my chest. Hi! I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I am once again so sorry that we got a little bit thrown off this week. It will happen again. But hopefully not for a hot minute. How are you guys? I guess I should say hello. Hello, Super Manager. Hello, Crow. I keep forgetting to post places. But did Carlbot do the thing? Yeah. Anyway, hello. Let's see. I keep pronouncing the title of this game incorrectly because I can't English. Hello, Hammie, I'm Mr. Bark. We say hello. Mr. Bark, do you say hello? He's been barking all day. Now he's being shy. Isn't that right, Mr. Bark? Isn't that right, Mr. Bark? But yeah, I apologize for the weird week. I got thrown off a little bit because Oniham came to visit for work, and I thought it was next week, and it was actually this week, and I was all sorts of mixed up. So I spent most of the week hanging out with Oniham. But I had a lot of fun. A tit in blood. No! That sounds horrible! That sounds horrible. No tits, no blood. No. A tith. Tithe? Tith? Yeah, tith! Tith. That's the word, isn't it? Tith in blood? Because it's supposed to sound like 10th. Anyway, we do our best. We speak English, but we don't know English. But yeah, had a lot of fun. Me and Oniham went to a game shop over the last couple of days, and I had to, buy myself a FOMO pack of Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering again, because a lot of people got their stuff today. I get mine on Monday, and we're gonna do a big unboxing stream on Monday, and I'm really excited for it. As you guys know, you read it like a tithe? Like tithe? Yeah, that's what I kept wanting to say, but I was like, that doesn't seem right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should double check. And I'm glad I double checked, because at least I'll kind of feel a little bit more confident, maybe. But yeah, I think it's Tith in Blood. That's what we'll be playing tonight, is the demo. I didn't realize it. I probably found out maybe a half an hour ago that it's Steam Next Fest. And I was like, what is that? What is that? What are you? Hi, Raph. Thank you for the first. Welcome. But yeah, I kind of had to laugh because I was like, what are you? I had no idea. Hammie card luck will be displayed. Yeah, I hope I have pretty good luck. I was a little bad today, and I bought a couple of singles that are gonna be rare, and if I pull another one, then I pull another one, and I get excited. But, yeah, I'm slowly putting together my deck with Super Manager's help. Super Manager is, the good Magic player. I always seek her knowledge out. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. On Monday, I'm gonna get 2 boxes in my Commander decks, and it's gonna be awesome. Just popping in for now, but we'll try to come back if you're still going in around 90 minutes. I hope you have a good stream either way. Thank you, Ralph. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm kind of hoping we'll be going for a little bit, and then after stream tonight, we'll be watching. We're having a Moopfie Friday after stream tonight, and it's been forever because I keep being busy on Friday, and I'm really excited. I could really use some Moopfie time. For everybody out of the loop, Moomin. We're doing Moomin tonight in the Discord after stream. Greetings, Mr. Hamster Baddie Miss. How you doing? Wow, Mr. Hamster Baddie Miss? That sounds awesome. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty awesome. I'm kind of cold right now. I had to grab my hoodie, but I'm feeling good. I'm ready for, I'm ready to pass the Yuri. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. How are you feeling, Rafay? I know you were feeling under the weather the last few times you were popping in. I hope you're doing a lot better now. Is Super Manager available for FFMTG consultation? I bet if you asked her, or added her in the Discord, or just whatever, I bet she would be down. Yeah, I knew it. I already knew it. Ham Nation is watching the movements. Heck yeah. I'm really excited. You broke your arm. Oh my goodness, Rafay, you gotta be careful. Oh, but you don't need me lecturing you on being careful. I hope it heals quickly. I've never broken a bone in my life, so I don't really know what to expect. I did fracture my ankle, but breaking it is a whole other can of worms. But please make sure you're taking care of yourself. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. That's kind of how I've been doing. I've been doing pretty good. Nah, it's not painful. It kind of happened in my sleep. Oh, I guess if there's a good time to break your arm, then it's probably in your sleep. Did you sleep through it? I'm really curious. You don't have to answer questions. I'm sure you're getting tired of answering questions, but I just wonder how that works, how that happens. When I fractured my ankle, it was because I misstepped wrong and rolled my ankle and fell off some stairs. It was not awesome. They had me wear a boot. I'm glad I don't have to wear that boot anymore. Honestly, like, the boot itself wasn't too bad, but it was putting on the boot that was a nightmare, and I hated it. Incredible stream title. Also, hello. Hi, Kai Lupus. Welcome. Thank you for your compliments. It has been a long week, and we're gonna pass the Yuri. Waking up with suddenly a broken arm is scary, though. Yeah, that sounds awful. Like... I don't know. Waking up and noticing that something has changed overnight in general is just extremely scary. So apparently... Oh, thank you for that, Bat Sky. So apparently I was sleepy as F, and it was just like very... IDK the word in English. Groggy, and fell to the stairs, and all my body weight... Ooh, landed on my arm and heard a snap. Ooh, I know what snap you're talking about because... No, I don't know exactly what the snap you're talking about is, but when I fucked up my ankle, I heard a noise too, and I was just like, fuck. You know it's bad. So you were just really, really groggy still, it sounds like. It's okay, we all get a little silly when we're groggy. When I wake up in the morning, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking about myself a lot, but I know what it's like to be super groggy because I'm really clumsy when I wake up first thing in the morning and my eyes are really blurry and I'm just like, where am I? Before that, I was awake for a whole day and played football matches, so it was like as soon as I hit the bed, I will fall asleep. Oh, yeah. You've just been kind of like stewing all day. Hi, Mohammed Izza. Welcome. Oh, yeah. No, I know that feeling. You're just kind of like, you've been up for a while. You've probably overexerted yourself a tiny bit being active on top of that. So when it's time to sleep, it is time to fucking sleep. No, I get it. And then if you sleep so hard, and depending on how long you sleep too, I don't know. I just wake up and I have the IQ of a bag of bricks if I sleep over like 8 hours. Streamer talking about herself in her stream, unheard of. I know, I always think it's kind of like, I feel weird talking about myself sometimes. And then I'm kind of like, you guys are always like, Hammie, talk about yourself. That's why we're here. And then I talk about myself, and then I'm just kind of like, did I talk about myself too much? Did I? We're getting better about that, though. We're getting better about that. Anyway, yeah. That sounds really crazy. Why, miss, it's literally your stream. You can ban me, you know. Please don't. No, I won't ban you. I won't ban you. I only ban people that make me uncomfy. And actually, I think so far, we've been so lucky that I've only had to ban bots so far. Like, none of you guys have acted out of line or anything, and over a year into it, that's kind of crazy, actually. The app sesh is good. Hamsters always have insane stories. Yeah, we live on the edge. It's very hamster behavior. You can try exclamation lemur. Everyone gets one. That's right. Crow is right. You can lemur today. You can lemur today. Everybody gets one. But if you've already got one, you don't get another one. I don't know. It might just be a neurodivergence thing, but I always feel like talking about myself. Okay, can we get that timeout removed on Rafay? That's his first time, I think. Now you know what the lemur does. Can I actually remove? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's what happens when you lemur. Hammie killed them? No! Mr. Bark finally says hello. Anyway, yeah. When you lemur, you get timed out for 90 seconds? 120 seconds. 120 seconds. I can't numbers. Mr. Bark says hello. He passes on his regards, just very loudly. But yeah. Everybody gets one. I thought something else was supposed to happen. Nope, it's just the timeout. Sometimes when one person lemurs, other people lemur. So it ends up being a group mentality. And it's the best. It's the best. We like the lemur here. It's a shame that the mods cannot lemur, because I think they would love to lemur if it were possible. Of course, everybody gets one. Anyway, I've said anyway like 5 times already. I think I'm a little sleepy. I didn't sleep super good tonight, or last night. There they go. I know what will. I can't remember. Kai knows what'll happen, but I don't know if they've gotten their only one yet, so we could probably remove that timeout. Sorry, Super Manager, I'm making you work tonight. Yeah, you got second. You guys have been slacking off on those. They haven't been getting redeemed. That's okay. Oh, second, let's go. Yay, you got third! Good job! Oh, man. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm unmedicated today and a little bit scatterbrained. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, but I did have a Red Bull, like, 3 hours ago, so let's fucking go. Steam Next Fest, yeah? So there's a bunch of really cool demos that have been showcased. Hi, Kaiser! Welcome! How are we doing tonight? We're doing pretty good. Pretty excited for, a little bit of Yuri in a bit. I was just explaining to every Hammie how I didn't know what Steam Next Fest was. But it looks like it's a demo showcase. And, I was pretty curious about what was going on. And, there is this game... Oh, shit. I literally just had it open. It's Starlight Revolver. That game also looks really cool. So if the, Tithe In Blood demo doesn't go very, long, then maybe we'll play Starlight Revolver too. We'll see. I know Hollow Stars played it, so. Well, miss, it's 5:15 a.m. I need to be awake in 5 hours, so yes, bye. Have a phenomenal stream. Keep smiling, stay safe, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. If I can't sleep, I shall return. I hope you get some sleep, Rafay. Thank you so much for coming by. And I am cheering for you to heal up ASAP as possible. So get a good snoozer. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully it's not later because you're snoozing. But yeah, I hope you're doing well as well, Kaiser. I hope you're having a wonderful week and an even better Friday. Because it's the weekend. Anybody else really excited for the weekend? I feel like while the weekends don't make too much of a difference for me, it means I get to pester people more, and that's pretty fun in itself, you know? Doing well, checking over my pets in their enclosures right now. That was me before stream. I was giving treats to my chinchillas, and it was really cute. I gave them both cookies, but Mikey was breaking pieces off of his cookie and eating them one by one, and it was really, really cute because Gerard, he just kind of nibbles at his cookies, but it looks so sophisticated whenever Mikey breaks off a piece and eats it. Oh, precious chinchillas. I do not have such critters, but they still precious. Yeah. Oh, man. I have way too many critters. I have Mr. Bark. He's a corgi. I have fettuccine pasta. He's a hamster. And then I have Gerard and Mikey, the chinchildren. I always have to have critters. My home is a zoo. I also have I haven't gotten to take a picture of them yet, but I have baby bunnies living on my porch right now. Or I guess under would be the correct way to put it. And they're so cute. They're so fast. They're so fast. I tried to take a picture, but by the time I get my phone on my camera, I am already struggling to catch it, like, catch a non-blurry picture, which is the same about Feta. He came out earlier to say, I can't say he came out to say hello, because he absolutely did not come out to say hello. He came out to have some food, because I filled his food dish, and, he's so fast, chat. I think I just gotta get a video of it at some point, because he's really, really fast. Granted, I do not have mammals, so I can imagine your critters are much more hassle than mine are. Do you have, are yours fishies or reptiles? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but you got me curious since you said not mammals. O'Neeham was talking about wanting to get an axolotl at some point. Amphibian, that's the word, right? An axolotl is an amphibian, isn't it? Because it's not a fish and it's not a reptile. You have reptiles? I have the list somewhere. Oh, reptiles are really cute. I've never... Oh, that's a lie. Well, turtles aren't a... They're an amphibian, aren't they? Yeah, turtles are an amphibian, I think. But I had a turtle growing up. I had a box turtle. We named him Donatello. We found them on O'Neeham's graduation day and ended up keeping him for a pet. And he was around for a long time. So I have a common boa, a Sarah gecko, a colony of powder orange isopods. Isopods! I didn't know there were isopods you could have for a pet. I love isopods. A colony of lava isopods, so a snake, a gecko, and ornamental roly-polies. Oh, and 4 Puerto Rican tree millipedes that live in my gecko setup, alongside the powder oranges, while the lavas live in my boa setup. All precious creatures, of course. Technically, the roly-polies and millipedes are just the cleanup crew for my gecko and my boa, but I like to count them as pets, too. Also, turtles are reptiles. Okay, turtles are reptiles. Axolotls are amphibians. Okay. Oh, it's been a long time since I've taken biology. Thank you for the correction. Or else I would have gotten confused. Hi, Roden! Yippee! Oh, thank you for the resub, Roden. Hello. Thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, Roden. I'm happy to see you. You missed me. I missed you. I'm sorry I spent most of the week MIA. To be frank, the scales would give it away. You know, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. you know, I need to keep that in mind. I need to keep that in my head. I need to not forget. Now I just want to go look at pictures of animals. No, you didn't? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was telling a super manager, I was like, I'm really excited that Roden is excited to watch more Rosa Versailles because I like hanging out with Roden. Super manager, I said that to you, right? I said that to you, right? Hi, Rezzy. Welcome, welcome. What'd you tell me? I said I was excited to hang out with Roden and watch more Rosa Versailles. You gotta have my testimonial. Yeah. Testimonial, that's the word. Isopods are fantastic colony pets to keep. Now I want to look into getting isopods, but I don't really have I don't have the setup for it. Very easy, and you can keep and collect lots of different colonies. Oh, man. I really want, I kind of want an aquarium, but I don't think I have the... Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm really sleepy today. I think I slept for like 4 hours. I'm a little sleepy. Isopods would be really fun. I also, would love to have an aquarium and, have shrimp. I think shrimp are really cute. But, that's because I think that might just be because I got really addicted to watching, shrimp rave videos. Have you guys seen the TikTok account, Shrimply Wonderful, I think is their screen name. I don't know if they still put on shrimp raves, but, the person themselves, yes? Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Playing Gears of War beta, but I'll be lurking. Hell yeah, okay. Thanks for lurking, Roden. I mean, volcano shrimp are insanely easy to keep and care for. They're a great choice. Volcano shrimp. I'll write that down. Let me write that down. But I don't have the extra funds to get an aquarium right now. But I really want to. I would love that. You and Super Manager are so precious. I'm glad you're my friends. I'm glad you're my friend, Roden. I'm so happy we met. You have so much fun playing Gears of War, okay? There's a whole video as to how good they are as pets, and they don't need much space either. Ooh, okay. Oh, I was pulling up a tab for it. Gotta add aquarium supplies to the throne. If you want, I can offer you the video. Sure. Super Manager, can I ask you one more favor? Will you let Kaiser post a link in the chat for me? One Puyo Pink Cam. You got it. Oh, guys, I did add a new... Oh, thank you, Myoshk, my hero. Let me get that Puyo ham then, while we're thinking. I did add a new redeem. I added a new redeem. You can, spend channel points and I'll make a Puyo for you. I'll show you what it looks like really quick. Let's see. Did I not turn it on? Did I forget to turn it on? I think I might have forgotten to turn it on. Let me go turn it on really quick. Yay, thank you so much. I am opening that and I'm gonna save it and watch it later. I appreciate that. Should be TOS safe as well if you wish to react to... Oh, okay. I don't think I will do that today, but I will definitely watch it. Ooh, Hawaiian volcano shrimp, the best pet invertebrate. This will be fun. Make me a Puyo ham is on. Oh, thank you. I couldn't see it when I was scrolling through it. My MVP crow. I hope you're doing well today, Chikan. Sorry, my thoughts have been going in a million different directions, so my apologies if I didn't say hello yet. I hope you're doing well today. Hello. I'm excited though. I would like to own shrimp at some point. The channel as a whole is phenomenal. He's a certified biologist and does all sorts of vids rating various pets as to how good they are. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna hit that subscribe button really quick then. this will be fun to watch too, because I've been watching a lot of true crime lately, and I'm realizing it might be making me a little bit paranoid. So we've got to stop watching so many true crime videos. It's okay, I'm glad it's the weekend. Hell yeah, I'm happy for you that it's the weekend too. I'm happy for every Hammie. Weekend is the best. I'm really excited because we're closer to, I'm really excited to build my Gunpla tomorrow, finally. Is it paranoia if I'm coming for you? Yeah, it is! It is! Get away from me. I see what you do to 3D printed hamsters. What the hell? But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna take my Adderall and I'm going to build a Gunpla on stream, and I'm really excited. I'm trying really hard to figure out if I want to use my new ham cam setup, because I have a table that I put together downstairs where the lighting might be a little bit better. But I haven't gotten around to testing it yet, so King Cobra, the best pet snake. Ooh, King Cobras are big. Some women would pay a lot of money to be crushed. Shaking my head. Stop it. Not me. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Kaiser. I don't know if this counts as a pet, but I've been feeding the birds outside my home a lot lately too. Making sure that they have water and stuff, because it's been really hot. Chat, I went to go walk Mr. Bark yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And it was 81 degrees before 10:30 in the morning, and I was really mad. And today I just didn't sleep well, so I didn't, that's my excuse. I didn't go out. I could have probably gone out. It rained a little bit this morning. Bro, it sucked. Yeah, I know. Fuck this heat. I mean, it's not that bad. I'm glad it hasn't broken 100 yet. We're in June, so we still have plenty of time, but me and Myoshk live fairly close to each other. And so we have similar weather. Wish to find a murder of crows one day and befriend them. I can point out one crow in my chat. I live in her basement. It's true. You do live in my basement. Or you you come over and we just sometimes Myosh comes over and we just watch stupid YouTube videos and play on our phones in bed. And we just parallel play, and it's the best. It's so comfy. Sorry, there's a bird right outside my window, and it kind of startled me. There's no word for it, but I have a phobia of things that just fly in my general direction, so I get a little antsy. My dad used to get really mad. My dad used to get really mad at me because if he'd lift his arms too quickly out in public, I would wince because I didn't realize I had this deep fear of things flying at my general direction or just near me. And so he'd just be like, you gotta stop acting like that. You gotta stop acting like that. You're gonna make people think I hit you. And I'd be like, I can't help it. And I've looked for years to try and find a word for this fear, but I don't know if one actually exists. We watch stupid videos, aka the whole reason Hammie got into VTubers. It's true! Myosh got me into VTubers. Honestly, it was the week I had a kind of invasive surgery, and I was in bed for a week, and Myosh came over to take care of me and was like, I think you'll like this guy, and then puts on Kyo Kaneko, and then spoiler alert, I ended up liking him a lot. But yeah, Myoshk, I wouldn't be VTubing without Myoshk. Myoshk also helped me design Hammie, so Myoshk is the best. Flaps aggressively at the hamster. Don't do that. You would probably scare me more if you flew your drone really close to me. As cool as I think it is, I think that would probably set off my fear really bad. If we're being honest. I'm gonna grab some water really quick. Give me a second here. What do you mean I've already yapped for 30 minutes? If any of you guys are going to Offkai, let me ask really quick. Let me ask something really quick. If you guys are going to Offkai, you might see a semblance of me there. Just so you are aware. I'm pretty excited. I'll have to find out when I can talk more about it, because I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'm really excited about it. Everyone's been talking about their Offkai stuff, and it's coming up soon. I know, I told Yoshk. Yeah, I won't be there, but I'll be there in spirit. Maybe one year I'll get to go. Maybe one year I will, be better about money. I want to go to California. That sounds like fun. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Hammie will not be there, but she will be there in spirits. This is perfect. This is excellent, actually. Excellent. But yeah, it's really cool. You'll be able to get a Hammie button there, too. I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, no, I wish I were going. Maybe next year I don't know if next year will be doable. Someday! Someday, it will be doable, I'm sure. I would love to go at least once. It would be cool if I ever got big enough to go and, like, meet and greet. I think that would be really fun. But I don't want to get too excited about something that may not happen. So, I'm not going to do that. But, you know, having goals is nice. Having goals is nice. Anyway, do you guys want to get this Yuri party started? A lot of booths do their own iPad meet and greets. That sounds fun. Goals are useful. Let's go. Yeah, I've been trying to, you know, I'm really bad about setting goals. I just kind of like tackle every day as is, and I should probably get better about looking towards the future a little more, but, the future makes me anxious. Anyway, let's play. Let's watch. Let's kiss women. Let's kiss women. Actually, hold on. We're gonna do overlay tonight. I'm sorry. We're gonna switch screens. Gotta get a PC before I think about goals for real. No, I get it. I'm kind of frustrated with my computer at the moment, cause, it's been really loud, and I'm really crossing my fingers right now that you guys can't hear it too bad. But I've got to take it. My Sunday this week is dedicated to taking it apart and really dusting the hell out of it. Because it's been a while. I've been more responsible about cleaning out my keyboard than I have been actually dusting the inside of my computer. It's so loud. Do you have liquid coolant or not? Yeah, I do. I do. Like, the temperature is fine. It's just the fan is being a little bit loud right now. The fan is being a little loud right now, and it's not too bad, but, you know, when your computer usually runs quietly, the slightest noise will completely throw you off, you know? It's just, like, a constant sound you're not used to hearing, right? Right? Give me a sec. I'm gonna go ahead and update my stream info really fast. Oh, is this not... Oh, okay, yeah, it is. I found it. So, it is A Tithe In Blood. I am going to say it right. I am going to say it right, and I'm pretty sure I just did. And, this game is by Studio Elon. If we like it, I'll be able to play more. Because I usually pick up every game of theirs in some capacity. If you guys aren't familiar with them, they did, my personal favorites by them are Highway Blossoms, which, I don't think they necessarily, okay, hold on. With Highway Blossoms, I'm pretty sure the dev joined Studio Elon, and then they market it marketed it as a Studio Elon game. Once the label was formed. But I also really like, oh, thank you for the lurk, Rezzy. Good luck with raid tonight. I also really liked Please Be Happy, which came out, I want to say, has it been 2 years already since it came out? I think it's been 2 years. I really liked Please Be Happy, though. And I think it's A Night in the Woods? Maybe, wait, hold on. Let me double check the name of that. Heart of the Woods, I'm sorry. Night in the Woods is a completely different game, different genre. But, yeah, I really liked Heart of the Woods is really good, too. Also, what's it called? National Park Girls? That's what, they did National Park Girls, too. I haven't played that one, but I've heard it's excellent. But yeah, no, I really like them. I like their works. They put out good work. I'm really excited for Lock and Key, which they just had a Kickstarter for not too long ago. Hi, Purple. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well today, friend. Hello to you. I've been trying to sell Purple on Please Be Happy because there's a cute Gumiho Fox Girl character in it. But he hasn't bitten yet. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, Miyoshka's going to Afkai, I think, and I'm begging them to get me stuff of Aspen from Please Be Happy because they're my favorite. They're one of my favorite characters. I really need to go back and play more of the routes because I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. I was, for a while, it took them a minute before they could get it Steam Deck certified. Well, it was Steam Deck certified, but it wasn't Steam Cloud certified. Actually, working on stickers right now. I'm excited! I hope you'll save me one. I hope you will save me a sticker. I'll make you a button. I also, I'm starting to think about, like, more merch options, too. I have ideas for, keychains, and I just need to send in and ask for, like, send them in for samples and stuff to kind of figure out if I like it. And then, if there's interest, I will probably think about adding some merch to my coffee in the near future. But yeah, in the meantime, if you want to keep that Ko-fi link on hand, I think it's under this. No, it's not! I'm sorry, I lied. My Ko-fi, when the time comes, I'll make sure to add it to the list. But, yeah, I might have merch soon. I still owe you guys voice packs. I've been dropping the ball on that. I've been worried about my microphone quality, though, so that's mostly my main thing. Where can we buy hamster spit? I'm not looking into how to ship that. Hamster spit. As sick as I get constantly. Easy sample files. Give me some test tubes. Hell yeah. Not going to clone you or anything. You can go to crouton.net for hamster spit. What is that? What is crouton.net? That scares me. You heard it here, chat. Hamster spit is local pickup only. $500. Open it, find out. Okay, I'm gonna find out. What are you? I like that a lot. I like that quite a bit. I'm keeping that one on handy. Sounds like I need to go on a road trip. I want to make a joke, but I will get banned. My sister in Christ. You are the mod. It's my favorite website. I like it. I like crouton.net. I'm gonna add it as a link to my Twitch page. This is my new favorite website. Go here. How much for hamster bathwater? Absolutely not. Stop it. No. Actually, hold on. I know what to do about this. Yes! Okay. Super Manager, you get a bonk. Hi, Malice. Welcome. I will put the hammer away because I'm definitely not. I'm not bonking anyone. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, this weekend, I gotta make a hand so I can also give you guys head pats. Hi, Piss Man. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, you guys are so weird. After I've been nothing but funny and cute and say so all night. Oh, I'm sure. I'm so sure. You didn't share crouton.net though. So, who's the real MVP here? Did you see all the good smile reveals? There were a shit ton of Nendoroids that came out. Well, went up for teas. They're giving a lot of Nendoroids the 2.0 treatment, but I still don't know what the fuck a Nendoroid fun is. Told me a Nendoroid? No shit. Hold on, I gotta see it. Sorry, chat. This is really, really important. This is really fucking important. What is happening? What is going on? Oh my god, is that Miku and Kuromi? Holy shit. Holy shit, there's a new World is Mine Miku figure? Yeah, I did see Kokichi. Oh, thank you, Pissman. I appreciate that. What do we got here? Sorry, I'm looking at these really quick. Oh, they're making another Saber Lily Avalon? I finally got the first one. What are you? Oh, they're making Ada? Ada's getting her own Nendoroid? What? They're re-releasing the fucking Senjo Gahara scale figure. Oh man! What about Hanekawa? Are they remastering? Are they making are they gonna re-release Hanekawa? That one's like one of my dream figures. They better re-release her. Oh, they're making Shinobu 2.0 too. Please, chat, donate so this hamster can afford figures. Oh man. Ooh, oh my god, I really like that Fran figure, but the Final Fantasy licensing is so fucking expensive that I'm kind of scared to see the price for it. I'm gonna be real, because Noctis and Lightning were like $300. Square Enix is so stingy. Ooh, I really like this Avalon Saber figure. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. It's really pretty. Can I please? Why is it Web P, my enemy? Nendoroid surprise? I have no idea. Like, I keep seeing Nendoroid fun being thrown around, and I watched the promo video for it. Still no idea what that means. Pop-up Parade Lane? Oh, Super Manager's gonna be so happy. Hi, Vento. Welcome, welcome. Here, I'm gonna show you guys the Saber I was thinking of. She's really, really stunning. Oh, man. Am I considering pre-ordering another Saber figure in 2025? It has been a while. She's so pretty, though. What the hell? She's so pretty. Oh, man. Is it Smile Fest? Is that what's going on right now? It has to be good Smile Fest. Yeah, that's what it says. Smile Fest. Okay, okay. That explains it. There's a worrying amount of streamers that recognize me the instant I show up in chat. I should yap less. Even if you start yapping less now, I'm not gonna forget. I may have shitty memory, but Blue Archive and Nikki popping off with figures. Yeah, they're like the new Concole. I remember when we were going through this and it was all Contai collection, and I bought they're re-releasing, speaking of fucking Contai collection, they're re-releasing the Shimakaze figure. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't play Concole, but I loved it. I was living for, like, the lore and stuff for Concole. Oh, thank you for the shrimp check, Bahamediza. I am unshrimping now. Oh, man, guys, I'm gonna show you really quick the Ada Nendoroid. She's really cute. I know they won't make Ashley, but a part of me really wishes they would make Ashley. And also, I apologize for my weird cropping. I don't want to mess around with my browser size. Oh, she is darling. I do appreciate the Ham Nation talks. Yeah! Nekopara 10th anniversary figure. I think I just saw that. Oh, that's gonna be $1 million fucking dollars. I don't think I will end up picking it up because I'll show a picture. Also, speaking of Nekopara, I'm really heated because I found out that the Steam version of Nekopara After is getting delayed on Steam. It was supposed to come out yesterday. A Gorilla Easy. I looked back over and my wife was on screen. Hi, Zeb. Hi. Hi, T-Salzy. This is such a cute figure. I'm not the biggest. I think out of all of the Nekopara girls, I think probably Vanilla is my least favorite. I don't dislike Vanilla, but no, Zep has always been a mod. Zep has been a mod for a while now because he jumped in when I needed my, when I came in and I was like, I had a, he came in when I opened up my Google form. I was, very still green when I did that. And I got some really good mods. I got really, really lucky, and Zep was one of them. How are we feeling about the 2025 Racing Miku design? Let me look. I actually haven't hovered over it yet. Oh. No, that's not the Racing Miku. Where is she? Where is she? I might be stupid because I can't find her. My one complaint is the stomach out kind of detracts from the design. Oh! That's not Lamb, is it? Is that Lamb? Hold on, I'll pull it up on the screen. Give me a sec. Oh no, Myoshk at jail. So this is the 2025 Racing Miku design. Her hammer should be bigger. I agree. We should make characters' hammers as big as they can, like, realistically be, and then make them bigger beyond that. I do really love how her tights, the pink side, I guess it's a boot on the other side, but yeah, thank you, Super Manager. I appreciate that. 2018 Racing Miku is P, my fear. I do like most of the Racing Miku designs. I don't know if this one's my favorite, but she is pretty cute. I love the oversized crown. Nothing really beats the witch hat from, Oh, thank you for the resub, Piss Man. Wow, 7 months? It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Thanks for coming back. Crack cocaine. So true. Hold on. I'm gonna hang out. Wait, we have a hype train? Okay. Thank you guys for the hype train today. I really appreciate it. Oh my god. Studio Elon's gonna, like, check out this VOD and they're gonna be like, this bitch just talked about figures for a fucking half hour and then started playing the game. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling about Racing Miku until Myoshka is back, because I think even if you gift a sub, there's still an ad hell for a bit. 2023 Racing Miku was great. Oh yeah, she was really cute. Oh man, chat, Chad, I'm really excited for this to get a re-release. It's so hard to find her, and I was really devastated because the only time I was able to actually like pick her up, I picked her off pre-owned. You beat the ad refresh luckily? Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do like the new racing Miku design. I can see what you mean about the tummy out. I don't think it was, I feel like in a way though, that's just kind of the racing queen style, but I do see what you mean. I don't know if I care for it either. I am obsessed with the Krypton side of her tights though, and the pattern on it. It's very pop art looking. I think if it was a skin tight black latex suit, it would be better. Ooh, yeah, that would be badass actually. Yeah, more black would have definitely been awesome. Hi Pachi, welcome. Yeah, no, they're re-releasing the Senjo Gahara figure. So, this Senjo Gahara figure, I might actually end up picking her up if her re-release isn't so expensive, because she was really difficult to find, and it sounds like they're reworking her a little bit. The figure I got, I ended up buying her pre-owned at one point off AmiAmi, but you can't display her with the scissors or the stationery because it's broken. And it was really devastating, but at the time, I was really, I was like, I want to own her. She's one of my favorite characters of, like, everything I've ever watched, so I'm kind of like, damn. I was willing to buy the broken version just so I could at least have her at some point, because it's been years since this figure came out, because this came out, I want to say it was 2016 or something. I'm going to find out really fast. But it was a while ago. You dropped him in your brace and the base broke a bit. No, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. I have, definitely broken my fair share of figures. Okay, yeah, so, she's part of a, line called Remaster Project from Good Smile. So, that's pretty awesome, actually. That's really amazing. I really hope that they do re-release a bunch of the old oh my gosh, she came out in 2011. Okay, I knew 2016 had to be, like, way too late. But yeah, she was originally came out in 2011. And so, it's been almost 15 years since that figure came out, and there's been no re-release of any kind. And that sucks. Anyway, please also release Hanekawa. I'm begging you. If I get Hanekawa, I have all of my favorite girls. Nikki just helped a baseball team in Cali win. Oh yeah, K-Taro went to that Dodgers game, I think. K-chan is there right now, I'm pretty sure. I'm waiting for his pictures, because, I want to see. That's really awesome. But yeah, no, I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna get her off the screen now. Dodgers got their ass kicked? Oh shit, okay. Well, sorry Dodgers, at least they won last year when Gura was there. Oh, they're making a scale figure of Holo. I still need to watch it, I still need to watch Dungeon Meshi, but the Dodgers lost because Gura isn't there anymore. Damn, yeah. Sorry, give me another moment. I'm going through and looking at the rest of these really fast. Oh, they're making a Nendoroid of Sekai Miku from the movie that came out a few months ago. Oh, there's a Blackjack Nendoroid. He's so cute. Let's see. Anybody else? Yeah, I see Kokichi. I want to throw him in my pressure cooker, but that's irresponsible. And of course, we've got more Rei and Asuka figures. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Is Kanbaru coming back as well? I don't know. So far, the only one I see is Senjo Gahara. But I know Good Smile Company typically runs on a mantra of if it sells well, they'll make more. So I imagine if Senjo Gahara does well, they'll start working on the other girls that haven't gotten, or well, haven't released fairly recently. I think out of those figures I have, who all do I, oh man, I would love for, I also need Hachikuji. I have a Hachikuji figure, but it's not the Good Smile one. I want it! Where she's sitting on her giant snail backpack and looks so comfy cozy. She's so cute. Man, I love Monogatari, Chad. I love Monogatari. Let's play this game. I've yapped for an hour. We've been on this title screen for a half hour now, and I haven't touched it yet. My Oi is Hammie friend. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I love her. That's my daughter. That's my daughter. Order a bunch of hentai and feed acrylic stains. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I don't know. I thought this title screen was the Yuri. I mean, it is the Yuri. This is all the Yuri you're getting? No. No, you'll get more Yuri than that. Well, maybe. I don't know how far this demo goes, but this title screen is Yuri for those with the eyes to see it. Anyway, yeah, if you guys like this, be sure to let me know, because, yeah, we'll play more of it if you guys want to after the demo. I will play it regardless, but if you want me to play it with you, just say, Hammie, will you please play more A Tithe In Blood with us? Super Manager, your color's like a gayer shade of purple now. Happy Pride. Alright. We're gonna play it. I love the art for this. Also, the full game, the full game comes out next week. Let me double check. Let me give you a little rundown. Let me find out the day it comes out really quick. When do you come out? You can wishlist it now. Is this sponsored? No, but I do have the opportunity for more sponsored streams with, more sponsored streams later, if you guys really like this one. But so this comes out on the 16th, so in about 3 days it'll come out. So you can play more. Studio Elon, the verification starts now. Yeah, no, one of the devs recommended the demo to me. They slid into my DMs and they were like, you should check out the demo. And if you like it, then we can maybe do something more with it. Alright, what's the betting pool look like on how long until people start dying in this game? So, given the trigger warning list that I looked at earlier, there's blood, self-harm, suicidal ideation, violence. I'll give it 25 minutes. 25 minutes once we start. 25 minutes until someone gets hurt or more. That's just Tuesday night. That's right. That's just Yuri Friday. God, I hope someone understands that Simpsons reference. They've evolved beyond the need for fire exits. I know what you're talking about. I know that scene you're talking about. I think you're funny. They have figured out how to use scissors without the need for them. You guys are really funny. Enjoy your death trap, ladies. Oh my god. Oh man, I really wish we could watch that scene right now on stream, but didn't the Simpsons, the person that was doing a bunch of old Simpsons trivia and stuff get permabanned because they were showing it even if they didn't save the VODs? I overheard you talking about Danganronpa. You actually like that show? It's trash. That's a lie. I actually ken Kokichi. Who do you ken? Nagito? Did you guys like my bark? I tried to bark like a chihuahua. What is happening in chat tonight? You guys are crazy. Okay. Woohoo! I have it saved if you need it. I don't think I've ever seen that video. I'm gonna be honest. Should I watch that video? This is peak Yuri. Everything is Yuri for those with the eyes to see it. Okay, it's on it, boss. Thank you, C-Kissy. I hope your flight went well if you already had it, by the way. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Anyway, let's get ready for some good, old-fashioned girls love. Okay, chat, since Hammie keeps getting distracted, who wants to be Yuri with me in the chat? Wow. Wow. I'm watching. Every time you're not running, Hammie's getting closer. Oh, the audio's in Japanese? Okay. I will read it too, though. The flowers of summer shall wither. The leaves of autumn shall fall. Against a transient world, we are doomed to defiance, to the eternal folly of man. You can't say that. Super manager, you can't say that. Zap, how's that female model coming along, huh? Assigned female by Yuri.
Pissman 445 tipped $1 USD. Hello, yes, lesbians here. We love lesbians. MMMPHPHH God, lesbians Yuri kissing scissors are great. Straight metal tongue. Romance and testosterone. Baby. Ah.
Thank you for the donation, Pissman445. You got stuck in the Denver airport, I'm so sorry. I really like the no. No, Super Manager also knows the pain of the Denver airport. I'm sorry. That might be an all-timer dono. I wish I could print out the donos and hang them on my wall. I think they would all just be Pissman. And Malice, of course. Yeah, Malice. Pissman's on a roll tonight. Goddamn. We call that shit a brioche. No, actually, Chikon, that's not it at all. And so, the winter snow falls. Oh, it turned red. I love the art for this. But those would be his tonos, right? No! Stop! It's not piss. It's only donos. A terrible chill hangs in the air, the season proving bitter as it so often is here. On this cold day, a great throng of students slowly shuffle through the piled snow of the university grounds. The day's lecture is finally over. Some gossip freely with friends, while others fawn over their partners. Most, however, stroll silently. Amidst the sea of people walks one unremarkable student among many. I think she's remarkable. She's so pretty. It went without saying that I'd go to university. I was called smart, clever, intelligent. I quietly liked the praise and saw no reason to fight others' ambitions for me. As long as people told me I was doing well, I hardly cared what I did. You think I'm remarkable? What did I do? Well, thank you. One thing you gotta know about me, if I see male characters, those
Lucid Bonsai tip 3.33 USD. My sprinkler goes like this. Stunt comes back like.
I like a sprinkler. Thank you, Lucid. Thank you, Chikon, for the hemp pack.
Pissman445 tipped 1 USD. It went without saying that I'd go to university. I was called smart, clever, intelligent. I quietly liked the praise, and saw no reason to fight others' ambitions for me. As long as people told me I was doing well, I hardly cared what I did.
Can we read the whole visual novel with donos? I want to know why that would sound like a sprinkler too. By the way, thank you Pissman445 for your dono. ¿Quieres? You guys are funny. Who comes to the Hamela Hampter stream for Hammie? You guys are the funny ones. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read the story. There will be women kissing. I wouldn't say I have a career in mind, nor any particular plan for the future. I barely chose this way of life at all. I simply fell into it. Things happened around me, and I followed the path of least resistance. I never considered what would happen when I had to think for myself. The train rattles and shakes as it trundles along the desolate city outskirts, the air inside stifling from the heaters. The seats always fill before I get on, so standing for the awkwardly long ride has become normal by now.
Pissman445 tipped 1 USD. Can you guys hear that helicopter? At.
Thank you, Pissman445 for the dono. I see here where it was supposed to be many @ signs, and it only gave you @. Got caught up for a moment, but thank you, Super Manager. It's a lawless land here. Oh no. Hammie said women kissing, and I'm locked in. Chat, we gotta lock in. Oh yeah, story. With little else to do, I stare out the train doors. My thoughts soon turn inward, as they so often do in quiet moments. Is this the same artist as Please Be Happy? I think it is. Not needing to study a day of high school has paradoxically made university all the worse. Faced with more difficult problems and never having needed to work at understanding something before me, I found myself restless. One might turn to friends for support, but my nature seems to drive others away. I always got on better with teachers than other students in any case. The city outside becomes distant, its glass buildings reflecting a gray sky. The only color to be seen is that of the bright red Sapporo TV tower, its wireframe girders beaming through the white snow. That sounds beautiful. Not having traveled outside of Hokkaido, it's difficult to view life here as in an objective sense. That remoteness hasn't hurt the city, though. Having every convenience one would hope for despite its distance from Tokyo.
Pissman445 tipped 1 USD. Don't you just hate it when your dog wakes you up like this? Woof, 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 woof.
Hi, doggy.
Woof. Woof, 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 ow, woof, 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 woof.
Woof. Mr. Bark? Thanks for woofing for me, Pissman445. I mean, thanks
Hi,
for
doggy.
the dono. Oh, Mr.
Hi, doggy.
Bark. Hi, doggy. Please Be Happy artists were Theo Minute and Adarosa. Adarosa works on this too, though. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me check. Who's the artist? Character designs and art by Kobuta. Yeah, Adriosa is on here in some capacity, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing. But I'm not doing the main art. Mr. Bark really wanted to get in on that, as he does. It is his God-given right. The snow season has brought the annual increase in tourists with it, a topic of some debate given the fuss and crowding they cause. The hotels and snowfields continue their trade through, though, as while Sapporo may be the capital of Hokkaido, their money is still sorely needed. Cranes work day and night to build new apartments, the city's population ever rising. The bustling train station is one of the most modern in the country, a landmark of glass outside and high technology inside. Even the trains themselves are kept in eerily perfect condition, as if every trip were the first of the day. Sapporo never stops changing in order to keep up, as if locked in a rivalry with Tokyo's modernity. Thanks for the crouton, by the way. You are so welcome. That is courtesy of Myoshk. Is any of this right? I couldn't really say. Like me, everyone keeps going about their day in this ever-changing city, even as the past disappears around us for modern developments, new businesses, and more money. The source code for that one cracks me up. I'll have to look later. I didn't realize there was more to it. Thank you for the lurk, Zap! Croutons don't have any code, though. This is? Do they? They're just crunchy cooked bread. They might have code. Did you go to crouton.net? Can we pin it? Let's pin it again. Have fun with the Yuri, everyone. Thank you very much for giving me the privilege of temporary lesbian super manager. You are always a lesbian in our hearts, Mods Up. Can I say that? Do I have the privilege to say that as a bisexual? Is that gonna be like meat spin? Not meat spin. You don't have to worry about anything not safe for work popping up. But I'll give you the privilege, Hammie. Thank you. Muchly obliged. Happy Pride, every Hammie. Super Manager, will you pin crouton.net? Extending lesbian privileges to anybody that wants them tonight. Oh, hell yeah. If nobody got me, then Super Manager got me. Bruh, no dark mode. Trash site. Who do we gotta email to get a dark mode on crouton.net? That place now passing by the train window is where I was born, and where I expect to die. Perhaps it's fate that I live in this grayscale city, so fitting is it for someone like me. Oh man, this is making me so nostalgic for snow. I want snow. It's in the middle of June. The walk from the station to my house is thankfully much shorter, though the idea of selling it and getting an apartment closer to school is something I've considered more than once. Having passed the local cemetery on the way, I enter. Reminded me that lesbian Fox game, it had a lot of snow too. We love snow. We don't love snow until we love snow until we have to walk through it, chat. Having slipped off my shoes, the patter of feet on wood echoes about as I enter the spacious living room. A flimsy plastic bag carries dinner from the nearby convenience store in one hand, while the well-worn messenger bag for school remains strapped over my shoulder. I should probably get a little closer to my mic for this, huh? As my eyes adjust to the light, a familiar unease comes over me, the unease of true solitude. A haunting silence hangs in the air, the room's size only magnifying the effect. Few things provoke this unsettling feeling so deeply as an empty house which shouldn't be. With my money largely going towards university fees and keeping the house, most of the rooms have been neglected. The table before me might appear a stately wooden construction, but the lie is exposed by the veneer having flaked off a corner, exposing cheap particle board. Don't forget to move your mouth away from the mic to breathe in. Chocolate rain. That just makes me want to yawn. Oh no. Chat, I'm sleepy. I'll go to a furniture store and replace it sometime. I think to myself as I hang my coat and bag. Of of course, some time is vague enough that I can rationalize away that time never coming. Hello, Penguin! Welcome to Yuri Storytime! Blessed EP Hampter. My secret is that I'm always EP. With my food quickly growing colder, the house itself being a little warmer than outside, I settled myself down on the cushion. The air soon fills with the studied and monotonous voice of a television news presenter as I begin to eat. Man, I want karage. I made red beans and rice for dinner tonight. It was really good, chat. Maybe I'll have seconds later, before Moomin. The lukewarm set meal is, for better or worse, consistent in the way convenience store food usually is. The same goes for the bitter green tea, which washes it down. The occasional click of chopsticks is all that serves to punctuate the uninteresting news report, the woman's voice rattling off the details of another traffic incident from the snow-covered roads. Need some protein, though? I, added, sausage, and I had leftover rotisserie chicken from the Caesar salad I made yesterday. And then, yeah, beans. Sausage is good, as is chicken. Yeah, it came out pretty good. I'm really excited because I made enough that I was able to share with some of my friends. And still have leftovers for probably lunch the rest of the weekend if I'm good about it. Just Hamster eating beans. That's right. I didn't even make it from canned beans. I soaked the beans myself and then we cooked them all day. A routine day, much like any other this year. My attention beginning to drift from disinterest, my eyes settle on the cardboard box to the side of the table. I half-heartedly considered throwing it away, but like most, I decide to use it for storage. For what and when? I hardly know. I do this too! I hang on to boxes in case I need to mail stuff, and then I hang on to them for so long that I eventually have to be like, let's go throw you out finally. Yeah, I'm getting really good about making sure I use fresh veggies. Although I felt a little bad because my bell peppers were definitely on their last legs today when I bumped them into the crock pot. I was really worried, but they were fine. I feel fine. But they just looked a tiny bit sad. When I moved out, I was thinking past Crow because I kept most of the boxes stuff came in. That was smart! Honestly, I know it's a pain in the ass, but if you collect figures or anything like that, make sure you try to hang on to the boxes if you have the means to, because trying to move figures without the original box fucking sucks. Since we've been talking about figures all night. I tried to use fresh veggies for a bit, but then I got trespassed from the hospital. No, you did? Wait, what's that mean? Trespassed from the hospital? Did you get sick? Yes, you need to wrap them in bubble wrap, but they can shift. Fresh vegetables? Wrap them in bubble wrap? I know what you mean. It still has the shipping label attached, now that I look at it. To think that one thoughtless order of an otherwise nondescript book from the second-hand store would change so much of my life. The idle thought confirms my plans for the evening, putting myself to work in order to calm my nerves. I turn off the television and sort the remnants of dinner into burnable and recyclable trash. With that, I take a long breath and I head to the study. Even as I walk up the stairs, I become acutely aware of the sensation from the bandages on my left arm, a now permanent reminder of this grim pastime. Whoa, what happened? A lavish room is revealed as I enter, the musty smell of books and old furniture hanging in the air. The haphazard collection of antiques and oddities is the result of a year haunting local antique stores and online marketplaces. Anything to take my mind off of what was happening around me. The seems bad! My eyes moved down to the floor. What started as pleasant dark wood is now blighted with remnants of dried blood. The stains run deep, no matter how hard I've tried to clean it. The sight going unnoticed by anyone else is one of the few advantages of living alone. Stepping around the faded remnants of chalk between the wood panels, I stride over to my desk. My laptop, full of translation notes, lies to one side, while a time-worn leather-bound book lies open on the other. It's likely the oldest object for many miles around, and treated accordingly. Note, Note assortite sola natura de magia de sangue? Thank you! I probably butchered that, and that is my apology. Assorted notes on the nature of blood magic. The title alone made me curious, a curiosity which soon developed into obsession. Before long, that obsession turned from the intellectual to the practical. With some reverence... No, you're laughing at me. It was bad. It was really bad. I was not prepared. I was not prepared. You can't make fun of me. You can't dunk on me. You can't do any of that. With some reverence, I carefully leaf through the pages. The words of the author, one Isabella Di Mora, speak across the ages as I scan the page. Translating the Italian text has been slow going, not helped by its archaic form, but what progress I've made has yielded good results. Rather, it's been my body which has slowed me more than anything else. Looking between the floor and books several times, I attempt to visualize the patterns needed to replicate Isabella's experiments. The glyphs and patterns are strange and complex, more than one attempt ending in dismal failure. Realizing I've begun to draw this out to avoid the necessary pain for as long as possible, I set the book down at its open page and set about the preparations. Taking a piece of chalk from the pile of seemingly unrelated items on my desk, I kneeled down and began to retrace the intricate plans detailed in the book's pages, every so often standing to consult the sketches I'm using as guides. There's an odd beauty to the intricate patterns slowly appearing on the floor. One concentric ring is followed by another, mysterious symbols and figures filling the spaces in between them. Isabella's process of experimentation and discovery, the result of a great mind imprisoned by her family, has been fascinating to uncover page by page as my translation progressed. Trying to replicate her results would soon prove even more intriguing. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Slowly but surely, the detailing comes to an end and the last of the lines meet. Coming to my feet, I set the chalk back down and set about the more distasteful side of the process. I keep doing this. Stop it, Hammie. Oh, she do be harming in the self variety. My heart racing, I pull up my left sleeve to well above the elbow, revealing the blotchy, cream-colored bandages stretching down a good portion of my arm. There's a strange feeling in keeping something hidden despite being surrounded by oblivious others. Little by little, I unravel the dressing, leaving enough at the top of my arm to avoid it falling. As the skin beneath is revealed, one dark red line after another blights the pale flesh around it. Some have already scarred, soreness and itching reminding me of their presence. Reaching to the desk, I take my knife in hand. The blade is nondescript by choice, brought along with random items I didn't need to avoid arousing suspicion. Bringing it to my arm, I hover above a spot in below the last cut, in hopes of not interfering with its healing. Oh my god, stop, Chikon! I'm so antsy! My heart begins racing as the knife settles against the skin. The sound of my breathing is maddeningly loud as it reverberates around the room, becoming ragged. My knuckles whiten as I clutch the knife's cold metal handle in my shaking palm. I dearly hoped this inhumane act against myself would become more natural, but even now as my instincts scream at me to stop, instinct isn't so easily snuffed out. As the moon's light glints off the coldly how do I say this word? Utilitarian blade, I press the tip of the knife to the side of my arm. In one practiced motion, I overcome my body's bleeding and force myself to slice the blade across. Pain lances through my body and mind, the gritting of my teeth the only thing stopping my painful whimpers from escaping. The tool's job is done. I throw it to the ground and clutch my arm tightly. Dark crimson fluid seeped from the open wound, soon flowing freely down my arm and over my hand. Crouching down, I put myself to work to pull what attention I can from the wound. Putting my hand out before me, I straighten my index and middle fingers as thick, warm blood begins to drip from them. Trying my best to minimize my nervous shaking, the chalk outlines soon turn red as I trace them out in a slow but steady pace. I have to take this carefully, I remind myself. My body can't afford to do this often, every attempt meaning days of recovery. I'm already weak, and the winter's efforts hardly help. As the last of the white chalk turns to a wine-dark red, I stand once more and glance about. The moonlight reflects off the fresh blood, a slow trickle still dropping to the floor from my arm. A certain dissonance strikes me between the messy red splatter strewn across the floor and the intricate Byzantine? Big words, smooth brain. Patterns they form. The panicked thought of this being some descent into madness briefly passes my mind. What madman, what crazed murderer could stand in such a spectacle and think themselves sane? Rather than fear such thoughts, I treasure them as I close my eyes shut. They're confirmation that I've not yet lost my mind. I can still see this from the outside. I'm still human. And, as the book says, I concentrate on imagining the symbols and patterns around me in my mind. My emotions began to shift and ebb, my nerves somehow becoming swept along in the strangely calming sensation. As if caught in a river, my thoughts begin to flow. Rather than fight it as I first did, I allow the slow and uneasy trickle to take me, surrendering to the movements in my mind. Some are pleasant, others horrendous, but all prove fleeting and impermanent. What was a river soon becomes a torrent, unidentifiable memories and concepts becoming abstract and indistinct. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, all merged together in a surging rush. All physical sense of my body long gone as every emotion pours through me at once. Oh, mods, can we hit the snooze on this? Please and thank you. In the swirling and flowing mass, the bedrock below it all begins to sway in the swelling flood. My sense of self nudges and rocks at first, held by the deepest roots, yet little by little, against the surging flood, Anyway, how many minutes was that? Was that 25 minutes? Was that 25 minutes before things got bloody and violent? Did I win? Did I win? The soft grass gently presses against my cheek, the dew of early morning contrasting to the sun's warmth. I'm a win-roar. Yippee! Wahoo even! This looks so comfy. My eyes slowly open, but my body feels too heavy to move. Far from being unexpected, it's now a familiar feeling. My mind too dulled to do anything more, I silently watch the flowers before me sway gently in the breeze while birds squawk in the far distance. It's all so different and so warm. Man, the art in this area, this new area, it makes me feel a little nostalgic. As if waking from a terribly long sleep, I wearily pick myself up and my senses slowly return. A cloudless blue sky hangs above, with the lush green of the unkept forest surrounding me. It's so idyllic. Here, there's no bright red tower piercing a sullen sky. The world which stretches out before me couldn't be farther from the hustle and bustle of the city I've left. The warmth of spring, in its many scents, confuses my senses, jarred by the shift from the cold winter's night I left. The only blemish on the scene is a column of faint smoke in the workshops in the far distance, peeking above the tree canopies. The magic worked. I thoughtlessly say the words to nobody in particular. The nature of what I've done no less surreal to me now than the scant few other times I've successfully managed it. Unfortunately, my senses returning to me also means that the pain is among them. I quickly set about rebinding my bandages, lest anyone here sees the scars now disfiguring my forearm. Groaning, I focus on making sure they're done tight and firm before fixing the ends once more. As much as for myself as any other, I roll my sleeve back down afterwards to avoid the temptation to look. Adjusting my glasses and dusting myself off with my uninjured arm, I set off towards the town ahead. The town of Sapporo. An empty, horse-drawn tram trundles along past my field of vision, the steed's hunchbacked owner patiently letting it trot along at a leisurely pace. He pays me little heed as they pass, the chatter of hooves blending in with the sounds of passerbys. The shadows are small, so it must be around noon. The flow of time here always throws me off, as I so often do when I come to this place. I find myself just watching, strolling through as if in a daze, caught up in observing this strange and foreign world. Yet this foreign-feeling world is also strikingly familiar. For reasons unknown, the magic I've been attempting, transference, has reliably transported me here. When I should be in some other country, I instead arrive in the same location, but a century ago. The strangely dressed newcomer soon lost her novelty to the people here, few giving me so much as a passing glance as they go about their day. Words can't express how glad I am for the attention fading. Perhaps I should be glad that it's the Meiji era. My modern clothing would just be another strange dress to them. Some of those walking before me are mixed Japanese and Western fashion styles even now, to varying degrees of success. A couple of children run by, happily chasing one another along the street. It all feels so different to the grayscale photos and dry documentaries about the Meiji era, or about history at all. The people here feel alive and varied, from the dour to the cheerful. Oh, she's pretty. She was on the title screen. My idle stroll comes to an end as I reach my usual destination. Outside of the kabuki venue stands the brightest person here, happily seeing off someone she'd been chatting to before noticing my arrival.
あら、またいらっしゃったのね。お帰りなさい、浅川さん。
I see we have a visitor. Welcome back, Miss Asakawa.
こんにちは、安江さん。元気そうで何よりです。
Hello, Lady Yasue. You look well as always.
前にも言ったでしょ、安江でいいって。せめて一人くらいは堅苦しいこと抜きでおしゃべりできる相手が欲しいの。
Would you guys prefer it if I read over the dialogue or waited for the dialogue to finish? I think it would make more sense for me to kind of overlap it a little bit for time's sake. But, if it bothers you guys, you just let me know, okay? I've told you before, Yasue is perfectly fine. I'm glad to drop the formalities around at least one person.
じゃあ、私のことも
Then
ほのかって
just
呼んで。
Honoka is alright, too. Despite my best efforts, I wilt before her sunny disposition as usual. I'm hardly even able to make eye contact as I mumble my reply. Yasue takes the comment in stride, her cheeks hinting at the smile hidden behind her fan. My arm suddenly aches from my wound, causing me to reflexively reach over and clutch it. Such pain is a constant reminder of the cost to get here. The tith is a normal person, the tith is a normal person. Okay, third time's the charm. The tith that a normal person has to pay to mimic the magic afforded to mages. Oh, it disappeared. True mages, such as Yasue. Her magic is no less amazing to watch now as when I first saw it, with mages so few in number in the normal world, and those do exist keeping a low profile. I'm in some ways blessed to meet the one who uses their abilities so openly.
大丈夫？
Type? So, I was looking it up earlier, and it's supposed to sound close to 10. Like, hold on. I'm gonna do a thing really quick. I'm gonna look it up again, because now I'm uncertain. I'm gonna look it up really fast. Tithe? Okay, Tithe! It is Tithe, you're right. I'm thinking too much into it and getting it wrong, I think. Tithe! Are you alright? I'm fine, just tired. Accepting my waving off of her concern, Yasue turns to begin walking, casting a glance behind her to invite me. I quickly skip up alongside as she begins to slowly stroll the streets, stealing the occasional furtive glance at the woman as we go. While she's a pretty person in general, I've never quite been able to place her age. I may be terrible at guessing such things normally, but it's her hair which throws me off entirely. I'd call it bleached white, but it looks natural despite her youthful face. Finding myself self-conscious, I run a hand through my bangs and neaten them, before adjusting my glasses just so. I'm not particularly good at things like fashion, but for this one person, I want to put in some kind of effort. It comes from something that it's typically like a collected tax or tribute. Got you, okay. Tithe. Just, where are you headed? Nowhere in particular. The day's performance is over, so I thought to have a stroll to wind down. While I appreciate the company, do tell me if you tire. I'm well aware you try to hide it, but I noticed the toll these adventures take on you. The voice acting's really good. She does her best to make the remarks as gently as possible, but her point is made. I'd been hoping she wasn't troubled over such things, but it's hardly the first time she's seen right through me. I did it again. It all feels so surreal, it's hard to believe this is how my own city looked a century ago. I'm sure we must all look we all must look rather quaint to somebody so far in the future. What brought on this line of thought? Just thinking back to when I first arrived here. You were like a little lost kitten back then, not quite the image of who I thought might find this place. Yasue punctuates her observation with a churlish laugh, raising my spirits. As we head onto a side street, Yasue stops to greet a friendly hauler walking by. The man happily begins to chat as he adjusts the yoke across his broad shoulders, sacks of goods tied to either end. Not wanting to intrude, I let my thoughts drift back once again. I stumbled about in the grips of terror for some time, wandering into the town knowing nothing of where I was or how to escape. Nearly frozen in fright, I slinked along the side of streets, onlookers struck by the bizarre clothing I wore. How fortunate I was for some children to run and fetch Yasue. When she first caught sight of me, I wondered which of the two of us was the more surprised. She sensed I was of a different time than the others, and took me under her wing without a second thought. Even now, I still feel like her helpless kitten. She doesn't know the scene in my world which led to that first journey, though. I wonder if she'd think differently of me for it. As the hauler shuffles off and we start walking once more, Yasue speaks up. Few of our conversations are started by me, though she seems unperturbed by this. How have you been? You spoke of life being peaceful? Peaceful? I suppose so. Things are largely the same as ever. I go to school, come home, eat dinner, and sleep. As for you, this world only contains Sapporo and its people, right? Yasue nods solemnly. I dislike reminding her of that fact, but I have only the most vague understanding of such things. When we were sealed away all those years ago, this world became an unchanging one. That's all it will ever be for us, I suppose. Oh, I'm curious. Well, until you arrived, imagine my shock to have someone from the real world arrive after so long.
言葉にできないほど驚いたわ。
She giggles once more, smiling to herself at the memory, how easily she laughs off her own past awkwardness. The first impression I had of Yasue was perhaps the expected one. So many photos blend together of people in formal outfits, stiff poses, and stern, serious faces. While they may try to humanize history in school, there's only so much a museum trip or a classroom lecture can do. My preconceptions would be dispelled in moments. In so many ways, she juxtaposed her ladylike properness with a carefree spirit. Her hair is lavishly cared for, yet flows freely rather than being tied up. Her speech is archaic and uses long, obsolete words, only for her to chat naturally and openly. She dresses traditionally, yet gestures widely and wears her emotions on her sleeve. I know full well I'll be going over every conversation we have in my head for days, if not weeks to come, angsting over every misstep or hesitation, and overthinking every expression or pause. Yet Yasue will do no such thing. Everything flows off of her. It's graceful, in a manner, albeit not quite the way I expected that word to be used for someone of an era barely past samurai and daimyo. Sorry if I'm a disappointment. If I could save you from this world, I would. You may not be a grand mage, but I'm glad to have met you. Perhaps it's for the better that the first to come here would be someone like you. Not knowing how best to react to her praise, I bashfully look away. My driving desire to be complimented is one of my uglier traits. I can only hope it's one of the few things Yasue hasn't perceived of me. I soon realized that I'd become rubbing my arm out of anxiety. For all her praise, I still feel as if I'm telling a lie by omission. How would a mage react to finding the one before them is some regular person mimicking their abilities through such methods? May I ask you a question on that topic? Feel free not to answer if you prefer. Go ahead. How old are you? I must admit, you seem young for a mage of this skill. Sorry, I got a little bit congested. Give me a quick sec. I'm gonna sniffle really fast and take a sip of my water. Okay, much more hydrated. I'll reread that. How old are you? I must admit, you seem young for a mage of this skill. The jump-in topic forces me to think over the answer for a moment. I can't will myself to tell the truth when she gives such a convenient excuse not to. I turned 20 a few weeks ago, I think. So you haven't... She trails off before finishing her sentence, her expression concerned. I'm left at a loss for words, only growing worse as the spark of realization brightens her face. Yasue? Follow me, please. I promise I'll make it worth your while. She's really cute. Once again, I find myself working to catch up with the cheerful women. Dim lamps struggle to illuminate the tables around us, the izakaya's air filled with the chatter of patrons and the heavy scent of tobacco. With liquor flowing freely and so many in the tight space, the air's taken on a distinctly muggy feel, many of the animated faces around us flushed a bright red. My gaze rests on the waitress, skittering from table to table, dainty feet and sandals tapping quickly to keep up with the pace of orders. It's a little uncanny. Everything about the experience is so close to a normal restaurant, yet just different enough to throw me off. As always, I do my best to avoid accidentally catching the eye of anyone in particular. Yasue does no such thing, instead looking at me with an indulgent smile. I'm not sure I understand. If this is for my birthday, it's really not a big deal. At this, Yasue makes a show of pouting. Oh no, she's really cute. You never let me spoil you. I know your world has many lovely things, but I'd like to treat you at least once with what we have to offer. I really like Yasue so far. It's not like I mind, it's just... Old man, some local beer for this young lady, if you please. The man beyond the counter, as yet unseen, yells out his agreement in a hoarse voice. Oh, wait, I mean, I'm still 20. I haven't even tried drinking yet. And what better time to try? I easily give up my protests in light of how happy she is to be treating me like this. I had been too shy to fumble my way through dealing with a bar, and I wouldn't know what alcohol would be good to start with in the first place. Our drinks arrived quickly, the old man, perhaps the owner, personally bringing the bottles and glasses to our table. Yasue doesn't notice my confusion as she stops to pull out the cork in each. Even I know these usually have bottle caps. This at talking to me about girl love tea? GLP? That just no. Well, at least they keep it. They're mashing all the topics together. We had Pissman in here. We're talking about girls' love. The future is scary. The future is terrifying, actually. 40-sen, thank you. Yasue quickly obliges, passing him 2 odd silver coins. This is the first time I've actually seen sen being used. Regardless, the man cheerfully takes them before hobbling back off past the curtain. I hadn't taken her for a beer drinker, but she's clearly looking forward to this more than I, as she gives an eager smile. Trying to paper over my confusion, I quickly take one of the bottles in hand. Supporting it in one hand and tipping with the other, I gently pour the amber liquid into the cup, now held by my senior's delicate, spindly fingers. Yasue returns the jester soon after, an inviting thick, foamy head of forming on the glass I cradle. The calmly bubbling beer gives off a floral scent, a sharp contrast to the mess of crimson which brought me here. The smell of blood now uncomfortably familiar. Ooh, a beer sounds really good right now. A Sapporo? No pun intended, I guess. I peer over my drink to Yasue, her gaze patiently gauging my reaction. Perhaps it's my distrust of others, or my own anxieties causing me to overthink every gesture, but I find myself unable to plainly accept what should be a kind gesture. A beer and some Japanese fried chicken? Yes, that sounds so good! They are at an izakaya. There's this one I went to in Los Angeles, and I tried, I think it was just like chicken skin, and it was really, really good. Like, I mean, fried chicken, the skin's really good usually, but there's that, and then like, oh man, karage is just, I love karage. I miss having it accessible all the time. Now I have to go into the city to get it, and it's a way out. It's a way out, and I really want it now. I just really like chicken, like fried chicken, but Japanese fried chicken's really good. Especially if it comes with Japanese mayo and a slice of lemon. Juicy karage number 1. Wow, that's right. Tuturu. Chicken skins are my fave. It's so good. So yummy. I'm trying to remember what else I had when I went, but honestly, like, the karage just knocked it out of the park. I think, I'm pretty sure they also had, like, chicken skewers and stuff, too, and they were really good, but you never forget good karage. I really miss also being really close to Okamoto Kitchen, which is the food truck they often have at Anime Expo, and I know they go to a lot of fighting game community events in the area, too. But they used to park outside my apartment in Los Angeles, and they were so yummy too. They had this burger. called the Yankee Burger, and it had Japanese barbecue sauce on it and an egg, and it was really good. And then they had okonomiyaki fries, and those were really good. And they kind of inspire me to make tater tots very similarly now in my air fryer because I miss them so much. Also, now I'm just talking about food and I'm so sorry. Is it really okay to treat me to all this? I feel like I've done nothing for you, but you keep treating me so nicely. Like the yakitori skins too, but the yakitori gets so expensive here. No. Sometimes it's nice to splurge and treat yourself though, so I hope soon you get some yakitori skins. Hello, Mikan! Welcome, welcome! I hope you're doing well. Guys, if you don't know Mikan, you should go follow her. She is also a, she's a capybara, and she's also a rodent. Capybaras are rodents. Yay, thank you so much for the shout out. You're okay? Hi, I'm glad to hear that. You seem like you've been really busy lately. I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay. Rodent Dachi, that's right. I'm gonna take a moment and blow my nose, I think, because I'm a little bit sniffly, if we're being honest. Rodents together, rodents strong, that's right. Yeah, so busy, but I'm glad I could stop by. Me too! I still need to stop being busy too and stop by one of your streams. I feel like I haven't gotten to stop by any of my friends' streams lately, and it makes me sad. But I think like just the summer has been so busy on myself and everyone I know. It's just been a busy year, and it's off-kai season. Mikan, you're going to off-kai, aren't you? If I remember correctly, I think I saw you might be hosting something. But I could be wrong, and I apologize if I'm wrong. I see a lot of things, and they all go through my mind, and some of them don't stick the way they should. Streaming a panel, yeah? That's awesome! I know off-kai is coming up here pretty quickly, so I hope that you have a smooth panel and have a blast when you go. I wish I was going to off-kai this year really badly, but maybe in the future I'll make it out there. Oh, same, I try, yeah. The grind, it never stops. Okay. Rodent Dachi, rodent. Oh, I get it. I get the joke. Yeah, next time. So many of my friends are going to off-kai this year. I know, so many of mine are going too. I honestly, I really wanted to go to off-kai, but it's been a weird financial year. But it's kind of crazy how many friends I would theoretically be able to meet if I do get to go. Hopefully next year I'll be able to afford travel again. Yeah, let's both make goals to go to off-kai at some point. I hope that you're able to go next year though, and I hope that whatever financial stuff you're going through gets even better too. Hold on, 1 second. I had to sniffle again, I'm sorry. You don't want to celebrate your birthday? No, it's not like that at all. It's just... I had expected Yasue to defend herself. Instead, she stares at me intently, as if examining an interesting specimen before her. Maybe this is no different to how we've been interacting this whole time. Another one of her elaborate plays, but this time without a script to hand. Each of us left to take our cues from the other, judging and moving into step with the other. As a particularly rowdy patron gives a boisterous laugh beyond us, Yasue smiles and closes her eyes in defeat. Perhaps I have been coming on too strong. I apologize. I've spent so long without new company that I am slightly terrified that I might lose you at any moment. Oh. Of course she'd be scared. She's been sealed away for so long. Everyone here has been. That I'm important enough for Yasue to feel. I cannot read tonight. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna start it over again. That I'm important enough to Yasue for her to feel that way about me, even if it's only by circumstance, is oddly nice. It's been so long since I felt needed by someone. The least I can do is appreciate her generosity. Then I'll make you a promise. I'll always keep coming here and as often as I can. I mean that as a student as well. This world's practically a time capsule of history after all. Wahoo! So please share this drink with me, not for my birthday, but to agree on that promise. Her smile is enough of an answer, the pent-up tension in my body releasing. An odd sense of purpose sparks inside of me, the first I perhaps felt in my life. With that, we both lift our glasses to our lips and take a long sip. In the end, I only had a few sips of the bitter stuff. Thankfully, Yasue, who is only too happy to oblige in drinking both of our bottles, and a couple more besides. It seems the taste of alcohol will take some getting used to. She doesn't like it. Oh, her face is red! Their faces are both red! I had heard that drinking before evening is odd, let alone at noon. Yasue seems to hardly care, though, her face now flushed and gestures decidedly more animated. Of all the images I've had of a lady from the Meiji era, the joyful, carousing woman skipping beside me isn't one of them. She gives me a slightly uneven smile. I offer a polite bow. Thank you, Yasue. Today's been fun. Sorry for not having more. Drinking will take some building up to. If I can muster the courage to have another. I'd be delighted to join you if you do. Perhaps it's the drink or simple tiredness, but I find the corners of my mouth lifting, just a little. Oh, she's smiling. I wonder if the stupor will last in the real world, now that I think about it. The passing thought only reminds me of the greater lie. Perhaps it's genuine honesty after hearing her own, or the drink making me less inhibited, but I want to tell her the truth. Yasue, there's something I want to tell you. The reason I can't help you escape isn't just that I don't know how. I am not a mage, Yasue. Not like you. I'm just another person. But if that's the case, how did you... As I glance about at the people going about their day around us, Yasue senses my want for privacy. Come, follow me. So pretty. After a fair hike well beyond the town's limits, we arrive at the edge of the forest surrounding Sapporo. There's a peaceful serenity to this place that I've yet to find in my own world. Please, tell me what's worrying you. Whatever it is, Honoka, I accept it. The fact that she cares should make me feel happy, but it stings my heart so. She doesn't know. She couldn't know. Taking a long breath to steady myself, I look down in shame as I pull my left sleeve upwards tug by tug. Before long, the bandages show. Their length chases further and further up my arm, the beige gauze discolored by a blotch of bright scarlet. Fresh blood is pooled by now, the wound still proving sore as my sleeve drags over it. As I dare to look up at Yasue, the woman wears a mournful expression. It's striking compared to her gentle demeanor. What have you done to yourself? I'm not that sure of how it all works, to be honest. I found a book which someone wrote a long time ago about how a normal person can summon magic like a mage does by second nature. Somehow, I'm not sure of the mechanics. It lets me do things like this, but it needs my blood to work. They call it blood magic, in Italian anyway. In response to my fast-paced explanation, her eyes close. I can see the gears turning inside, the connection between my general frailty and the rapid exhaustion when visiting now plain. Honoka. I know what she's going to say next. Neither of us want to hear the words.
別に死ぬわけじゃないから。
It's not as if I'm dying or anything. It's hard on my body. I can admit that. But for this?
お願い。
Please, Yasue.
もう来るな
I
なんて
want
言わないで。
to keep seeing you.
ヤスエにもっと会いたいの。
She thinks for some time before giving a heartbreaking smile of defeat.
来させない。な
I
んてことは
can't
できない
very
わ
well
ね。
force you to stop, can I? I'd rather she have scolded me. Without any further defense to be made, I fall silent while looking at nothing in particular.
ほのか、自分を大事に
Take
ね。
care of yourself, Honoka.
あなたと知り合
I'm
え
glad
て
to have
どんな
met
に
you.
嬉しい
You
か。
have no idea
わからな
how
いでしょ
so.
うね。
Please don't do anything
でも、
that would risk your life. Do
お
you
願いだから
understand?
自分の
I
心配させて
understand.
ご
I'm
めんなさ
sorry
い。
to have worried you. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip the... Didn't mean to skip the audio. As I scuffed my feet on the grass in angst, I noticed Yasue's shadow moving nearer. By the time I look back up, my body freezes at how close she's come. Without a word, she reaches out with those long, dainty fingers and grasps the corner of my glasses, subtly evening their position on my face. With that, Yasue steps back and smiles simply.
そういうのはね、私たち年長者がする
That's
ことな
what
の
we
よ。
elders are meant to
おバカ
do,
さん。
silly. Her point made, Yasue's smile slowly wears off. The time to say goodbye draws near, when the next visit will be as difficult to say, but the fact it will come is certain. I'm not sure if it's imagined or not, but I feel Yasue's become more comfortable with that fact. Understandable for a mage seeing their first visitor in 100 years.
ほのか、お大事に。
Take care, Honoka.
ありがとう。またね。
Thanks. I'll see you again. No. Oh, that's... She, like, passed out. That's why the floor is all gross. Damn. My head presses to the hardwood beneath, its hard, cold surface rousing me. Clearly opening my eyes, I let myself stay in place as my senses slowly return to me. The smell of musty books, chalk, and blood plays on my nose, the scents making an unpleasant concoction. My body feels impossibly heavy. The stupor seems to be gone entirely, lost to the world I just left, but the experience of transference takes a heavy toll on my strength. Forcing myself to stand, I stagger to my feet with a hand on my desk for support. I find myself unable to do anything but stand idle in the cold, empty room. My tired eyes stare blankly out the window, the moon's dim light reflecting off the bare branches of winter. Silence hangs in the air, moonlight illuminating motes of dust floating in the evening's darkness. My head feels empty, no matter how hard I try to form so much as a fleeting thought. Simple exhaustion, I tell myself. With little desire to do anything else, I begin the walk to the bathroom before settling in for the night. The floor still bears the scars of my work, the book which started it all laying open amid a disorganized desk. I'll get some cleaning supplies and wash off some of the mess, I think to myself. Sometime. The flowers of summer shall wither, the leaves of autumn shall fall. Against a transient world, we are doomed to defiance, to the eternal folly of man. And so, the winter snow falls. Oh, did we finish the demo? I like that. Oh, it's really interesting. I'm excited for this. Yay! I would love to do more. I really, really like this so far. It's stunning.
お願い、もう来るななんて言わないで。 安江にもっと会いたいの。この世界に初めて来たのが、むしろほのかのような人でよかったわ。私はいつもどんなに些細なことでも世の中を正したいって思ってる。
This character has thick eyebrows. They're very cute. Super manager. Oh, she's really pretty.
A Tithe In Blood.
Yeah, I definitely would love to read more. Well, we've only been going for about 2 hours tonight. Oh wait, Act 1, Scene 2. Yay, we get a little bit more? Yes! I'm so excited, I thought that was the end of the demo for a minute. We get more! With the taste of coffee from the station lingering in my mouth, I idly watch the scenery scroll by with weary eyes. Another day begins, my daily routine now so deeply ingrained that getting to the university requires a little more than muscle memory. While I may want to visit Yasue again, practicing blood magic won't be possible until my body has more time to recover. Until then, I have little choice but to live out another day in this world. Man, I feel really bad for her because this definitely is, what's the phrase? Escapism? Yeah. It's the IRL is so dull. I counted among my worst traits, but I've always had a tendency to eavesdrop. My attention drifts from one conversation between passengers to another, living vicariously through others without the bother of involvement in their lives. Others seem to be in a good mood from overheard clips of conversation. One salaryman talks to another about looking forward to the end of the week. Being a Friday, schoolboys chat about their plans for the weekend and the new game they're into. Oh my god, you should play more Elon games on stream, Hammie. You could become a bellflower too. I would love to. I really like playing visual novels with you guys. I mentioned earlier, I'm super stoked for Lock and Key. I've been waiting for Lock and Key forever, it feels like, because I've wanted it really badly. But yeah, no, I would love to play more. I do need to do more routes and Please Be Happy, so maybe I could do that with chat at some point. I'll have to look into it, because I want to make sure that if I start it over, I won't spoil anybody. My life may have stopped, but those of others have kept moving. Plucking my phone from my bag for a distraction. Do you think she's playing Neopet's Fairy Fragments? I began to check various messaging apps to get across what I've missed. Plans are made and rumors spread, while cute pictures and jokes are posted. Aw man, Honoka, you would love Seal Twitter. While I may have tried to keep in contact with friends from previous schooling, we inevitably drifted apart without the connection of being classmates. These days, such morning browsing just covers the day's news and message board threads. It's funny how different this is to Yasue's time. She couldn't. The screeching of the train's brakes puts an abrupt halt to my thoughts. People yelping in surprise at the unexpected shuddering. The stop is so sudden that I'd fallen if not for putting a foot out before me. My god, my reading is abysmal tonight. The momentary chaos at an end, I right myself and slip my phone back into my bag. Discontented passengers question and murmur as the train comes to a stop far from any station, soon quieting as a monotone voice from above echoes about the carriage. We apologize for the inconvenience. This train is currently stopped due to an accident on the line. The short, almost curt message only causes more consternation among the passengers. It's okay, take your time, thank you. Others around me begin to quietly chat between themselves, some wondering if a train ahead of us broke down or if the bitter cold has caused line problems. Some wonder aloud if someone's died, or the scandalous excitement to their whispers barely hidden. Seconds turn to minutes, the train showing no signs of moving for some time yet. The more impatient passengers pace about the aisle, though most settle into reading books on phones. With the heat inside only growing more stifling, I look out at the snow-covered world outside with some longing. As I do, a movement catches my eyes from the tracks below. Catching a glimpse of blue, I realize I've seen something I shouldn't have. A man in light blue coveralls slowly makes his way along the gravel towards the front of the train, his face downcast. Dirty gloves hold a large roll of blue tarpaulin under his right arm. I've seen that material in the news. There's only one reason why it be used here and now. Suddenly finding myself restless, I turn back towards the other passengers. All that faces me is a scene of mild discontent at their mundane routine disrupted, ignorant to the cause. Without anything to do with the knowledge I have, I simply take out my phone and begin to scroll through the news feeds once more. And so, one more passenger discontentedly waits for their routine to resume. The day slowly draws to an end, my last daylight hours spent in the university library as they often are. The desk where the elderly librarian once sat lies empty, her shawl left draped over the chair's back as a small, perhaps unintended, tribute. Ever since she retired, the school had struggled to hire another. The two of us had shared a silent agreement. I often remained in the library long past closing time, allowed to study while providing a quiet company to the old lady as she worked to close up for the day. I enjoyed our quiet coexistence, free from expectations of more. She's cute. I really liked her from the intro. A book sliding into place on a shelf ahead rouses me from my reverie? Hold on, I'm gonna look how you pronounce that. You know, it's never until you read something out loud to other people that you realize you don't know how to pronounce some of the words you know what they mean. Reverie? Reverie, the new librarian busily working away. It's really funny, because it's just like, you know, I'm an avid reader, you know? Not an avid speaker. As much as we like to joke that I like to yap, I don't talk a lot. I'm usually really shy. One Shino Kikuchi, according to the email which introduced the newest member of staff. I love this face. This is a good face. I drew my OC with a face like this before. I just like the whistling face. It's really cute. It reminds me of this Mion sprite from Higurashi a little bit. In fact, I wonder if she's inspired by Mion because they kind of seem a little... They seem a little similar. Here, I'm gonna grab it really quick. Let's see. Can I find the exact sprite I'm thinking of? I can't find the exact sprite, but this'll do. Maybe? Sorry, I'm grabbing it really quickly. This one! See? They would be friends, I bet. I don't know much about Shino yet, but I have a feeling they'd be friends. Anyway. Only hired in the last month, she's a stark difference from her elder in so many ways, not the least of which being her age. If I had to guess, she'd be in her early 20s at most. At least one thing is alike between them. She, too, lets me stay well into the evenings. Perhaps the old librarian passed a note to her.
Yippee!
Hi, Owen! Hello, hello! The Sparkly Race Cat Raid. Hello, Raiders. How are you guys doing? Did you have a wonderful DDR session, Owen? I'll take this opportunity really quickly to grab some water. Lost my mic. It fell off my dress. I gotta go look for it. No! I hope you find it quickly and easily and painlessly. That's really funny, though. I won't laugh at you, but it is kind of funny. Well, that's why I couldn't hear you. Oh, poor cat boy. Wow, Vento, it's been a while. Anyway, hello, Raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Hamela Hampter. You can call me Hammie. I'm a Roborovski Dwarf Hamster. Tonight we're playing a Tithe In Blood by Studio Elon. It is a Yuri visual novel, so happy Pride, every Hammie. It's I'm very excited. This game was it was mentioned in an email from Studio Elon that I might be interested in their demo, and it's really, really good so far. I'm really enjoying it, but we might be playing a lot more of this soon. But we're still playing the demo. We finished the first act already. In a nutshell, if you're not familiar, it's this girl here, Honoka. She is participating in blood rituals so she can go meet a girl that lives in the city her town used to be 100 years ago. But it's very, very interesting. Yeah. Right now, we just got off the train. It looks like there was an incident, and we don't know the details about about the incident yet. But is she gonna date her great grandma? No, I don't. You know, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. But she's a mage. The girl from a century ago is a mage, and Honoka doesn't really have any magical power. I know if it's anything like Fateverse, typically families have magic. Magic is usually within a family, so maybe it might be similar. And if that's the case, we're good. We're safe. We're safe. We aren't pulling a Nekopara after. The real ones partake in the blood rituals for their GF. Absolutely, Vento is right. The real ones do. We love women here. We love women. Anyway, also Raiders, if you guys need to go grab dinner, get some water, or just like rest your eyes because you've been watching streams for a while, please, please, please make sure you take care of yourself. The same goes for you, Owen. Otherwise, well, thank you for trusting me with your community today, and we'll be reading a little bit more, and then afterwards, we are having the return of Moomin Friday in the Discord. So if you're not a part of our Discord and want to unwind later with some Moomin together, we'll be watching a few episodes. Need Moomin? I know. Me and Super Manager were talking about how badly we were excited for Moomin because it's been a while. I will be there. Good. You better have your popcorn, cat boy. All right, let's work on finishing this demo, cause I need to know more. I wonder if they're gonna tell us what happened on the train. I want to know. I'm nosy as fuck. I want to know. Or I want to see more Shino, cause she's really cute. I also really need more Moomin. We'll Estoy Moomin together. I need some Moomin so I can get some writing done and just unwind because it's been a really busy week and I'm just ready for the vibes. I'm thankful in any case. I hate being in position, but the school provides a far better environment for studying, given the solitude and loneliness of my faraway home. Moomin. I mean, what I really need is a dose of Snufkin. He's my dude, my emotional support Blorbo. Absolutely. I don't know. Snufkin just has the best vibes. Everybody has good vibes. Mubin in general has very good vibes, but I don't know. Snufkin is like a grounding presence, if that makes sense. Like, he always stays cool, calm, and collected, while everybody else is kind of like, oh no, what's going on? And little Mai's like, I'm going to cause problems on purpose. But yeah, I don't know. I think I would want to be friends with Snufkin. I think he would be very calming presence. I'm thankful in any case. Oh wait, I already read this. It looks like a Hammie, but it must be my imagination. Yep, I'm a figment of my no, I ruined it. I'm a figment of your imagination. I don't actually exist. Are you truly here right now? People have told me I remind them of Snufkin, and I've never been more honored by a compliment. No, I can see it for sure, though. I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at Owen laughing at me being a figment of my imagination. Hey, Irregular, I hope you are doing well today. So many familiar faces. I'm so excited you guys came to hang out with me this evening. And read Yuri and love women. So cute, so cute. Also, just as a heads up for all the raiders, because I did touch on this when we started earlier, but I think it's well worth saying again. This visual novel is a little dark. It does kind of touch on suicidal ideation. Is that right? Yeah. There's also kind of like self-harm and cutting mentions. So if that bothers you any, please, 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 please don't feel obligated to stick around. Ideation? Yeah. I don't want anyone to get uncomfortable or get sucker punched out of nowhere by us reading Yuri visual novels and it gets a little intense suddenly. I don't foresee it getting as intense as it did when it started out, but do take that with a grain of salt because I am reading this completely blind tonight. Snufkin is like, he's a chill guy that low-key don't give a fuck. He isn't afraid of anything. Doesn't afraid of anything. That's the joke. Okay. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'm gonna snooze that ad, and I'll get back to reading. Looking back down to the book before me, a mundane bit of research material for my course, the words began to dance as I tried to read. The more I tried to focus on the passages, the more my thoughts skate away. The same happened with lectures throughout the day. One shudder or another in those last moments before the train stopped was what a human's life ending feels like. In that instant, their wanderings in this world ended. Yet, I have no other to tell. The same goes for the bandages running up my arm. They serve as an ever-present reminder of how little I have in common with anyone around me. I should have said this a while ago, but thanks for the company. She's really cute. The unexpected voice from the shelves ahead makes my head jerk upwards. I hadn't realized how rattled I'd been from the morning's experience, my heart only now returning to its normal pace now that I have a distraction. Like so many others, the woman wears a smile so easily, I can't help but muse how odd she looks for a librarian, from her athletic clothing to how every movement belies a barely suppressed energy. Thank you for letting me stay. Hammie is their Moomin tonight. Event says it starts in 5 minutes. As always, it'll start after stream ends that night. So once we finish up with stream, that's when we'll also open the stage for Moomin. But yeah, we still have a little bit to go. I don't know how much, but it is only a demo, so I don't think it'll be too long. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for checking with me. But yeah, it'll be, if I ever have a watch-along on stream night, it'll always be after stream. And I'll usually try and wrap it up around that time, but I can't always do it on the minute. Evidently bored of her menial work and shelving books, Shino takes my reply as an invitation to have a proper conversation. Setting down the book in her hand, she comes over and spins a chair about, sitting herself sideways in a rather inelegant way. While the relationship between Yasue may have a certain push and pull as we feel out each other's boundaries, Shino has no such concerns. Even now, her bright eyes move from me to the textbook in my hands, happily seizing on an opening to get closer to me.
イタリア語を読めるの?
You can read Italian? That's cool. I know a few languages too. That's the way the world is these days, right?
そうかも.
I guess so. I need it for my degree. So, she wants to chat. That too is a difference between Shino and the previous librarian. One I like rather less. Something throws me off about her. All the more so now that we're close. I can't quite put my finger on it though, making me feel bad once again for being so distrustful towards somebody so friendly. As if in answer to my want to end the conversation, a playful ping resounds from Shino's pocket. Her hand dives into her pocket, quickly retrieving her phone to examine the message. Her face lights up as she starts reading, the woman looking like a child given a new toy as she begins scrolling something or another with her full attention. I don't particularly mind. We all have our appointments and such. A minute or so later, she fumbles with the on-screen Kana keyboard, slowly dragging her thumb across the grid to carefully type in her reply. Noticing my slightly baffled staring upon sending her message, she gives a grin. These things are pretty cool, aren't they? They might have just been for chatting before, but now it's all of cyberspace right in your pocket. The modern world's amazing. You can talk to anyone in the world so easily, or read an entire library. What an antiquated way of speaking. I've never heard cyberspace used by anyone, at least not without a thick sense of irony. Without intending to, I let my confusion show on my face. Did I say something wrong? No, not at all. It's just, I thought everyone was used to phones these days. She quickly puts her phone away into a pocket and takes to her feet once more, slightly embarrassed for my picking up on it. Well, how should I put this? Welcome back, Ruff! I grew up in the country, so it's only recently that I've been able to try things like this. Computers and smartphones are all new to me, really. I suppose being a country bumpkin would explain it, though I thought even the most remote corners of Japan would at least have the cheaper smartphones around by now. If someone like Shino finds phones so exciting, maybe Asue will too. Getting any signal for internet access is obviously a non-starter though. Oh, she'd be so excited. Oh, you gotta give her a southern accent, Hammie? Oh man. Oh man, I don't know if I can. I'll have to practice. Will you guys make fun of me if I practice? What made you come to the city then? Oh, I don't know if I can do it. Adventure, in a word. I tend to drift between jobs, taking on whatever's interesting. So, this is just temporary for you too? How long are you staying? She gives a simple shrug. Until I get bored of this one, I guess. My southern accent's so bad if I have to force it. I'll keep forcing it though. What an odd attitude. I vaguely heard of people who drift from job to job as their whims take them, but this is my first time meeting someone like that. I'd be lying if I said I weren't a little envious of her approach to things. Isn't that hard? Nah, as long as you have the right attitude, life gets a lot easier. You have to dedicate yourself to something along the way, I think. Even if it's something small, I always try to set things right in the world. If I can keep myself thinking that, what's going on at any one time isn't a big deal. Her words are said with such innocent naivety that I'm thrown off by the strange woman before me. It's not that I disbelieve that a drive to accomplish something is good, but more that it's hard to believe someone when they so earnestly cling to it. Practically anything I've gotten myself into of late would be problematic to actually discuss with someone else, leaving me with nothing to continue the conversation. Thus, the distance between myself and others grows that little bit more. That isn't to say the carefree librarian is wrong, though. If there's any cause, any single thing I can believe in, it's freeing Yasue from that sealed world. She of all people doesn't deserve that fate, and I alone have the knowledge to even find her. Prompted by the thought of Yasue, my mind soon begins wandering of its own accord. If Shino wants to talk, I might as well try to get something useful out of her. I was wondering, do you know anything about mages? That's quite a change in topic. I saw a news article about a mage who works as a doctor a few days ago. It just made me curious. That's not entirely a lie. The odd news article or documentary about mages catches my eye these days, now that I know one. Shino shifts about, discomforted by the subject. She quickly tries to paper over her reaction upon realizing I'd noticed. They're an interesting lot, aren't they? There's so few around that you rarely get to see the magic actually being used. It's more that it's weird how people so different could be right beside us. Their experiences are so different, but nobody could tell. Do you think so? Your average mage isn't much different to a regular person, you know? It's sad how people are so distrustful of magic. I suppose they do keep their heads down here, though. Besides, powerful mages are something else, right? In Europe, they live way more openly and have ancient bloodlines who own whole palaces. What government would try to police you if you could break the laws of nature on a whim? So it is family-oriented, I think. I suppose that's why people get so cautious around mages, though. People fear what's different. I can only imagine how powerful a mage must have been to seal away a whole portion of the world, the entirety of old Sapporo and its people, carved away from reality and lingering for an eternity. How anyone there hasn't gone mad is beyond me. Shino's earnestness is no less visible on this topic than the last. Her angst over the people's dislike of mages is quite clear. She hardly seems the type to hide her feelings, earning her some degree of trust, even if I do dislike her nosiness. Realizing the time is getting on as the sun begins to set further, I file away Shino as a potential source of information as I get up and slide the book into my bag. Heading home? I should head home. I should head back before I get too tired. Thank you again for letting me stay so long. My pleasure. Endlessly stacking books in this big building all by myself gets lonely. The subtle accent works for her too, I think. Thank you. I am doing my best. With that, I give an appreciative nod before pulling my coat from the seat and slinging it over my shoulders, my bag following before I start shuffling out of the library. It wasn't a lie that I needed to head back before I got too tired, but the reason goes unsaid. Tonight, I'll renew my efforts on studying my other reading material. If I am to devote myself to some cause or another, then that cause will be something only I can do. My concerns already begin to feel fleeting as I focus myself on the task ahead. From now, my purpose in life will be freeing Yasue from her gilded cage. Act 1, Scene 3. A different time. Sword and spear ring out as they clash, voices bellowing and men falling as their vibrant cloth swirls about in the violence. No less vivid are the heartfelt expressions, from the deepest fury to a most devastating anguish. From my seat in the audience, I watch on silently with rapt fascination. The treasury of local retainers. Chushingura, a tale of 47 Ronin in their quest to avenge their master, caught between loyalty to their late lord and duty to the shogunate. The story reaches its bloody conclusion, the villain cut down and their lord's spirit at peace. For going against the shogun, however, all will sacrifice themselves for their deeds. Oh no. It's a stirring performance, the actors' heartfelt cries and gestures feeling more visceral than any picture on a screen. Like most my age, I thought theater was a little old-fashioned, obsoleted by movies and TV shows. How wrong I was. The crowd's applause, joined by my own, echoes about as the heavy curtain draws across the stage, another fine work coming to an end. The play is apparently frequently performed here, being very popular in its time and a favorite of Yasue. Uh-oh, do I need to turn it down? It might just be that scene. It's no wonder, either. This is a heartfelt tale of honor, in an era in search of a cause. In the tumultuous upheaval of a feudal society becoming a modern imperial power, it's inevitable that many would remember a simpler, somewhat fictional past. Just the clapping? Sorry about that. Chushingura even resonates with someone like me. It isn't that honor doesn't exist anymore in my own time, albeit in a different form, but that it's distant, something you only hear about on the news. Oh, it did say that she was a performer. And she's in the play. The curtains soon withdraw once more, slowly revealing the performers and their director. Yasue stands at the center of the stage, bowing with so many men flanking her. Some are sturdy, while others are slender, some elegant, and others brutish. All natures and appearances are represented, each having given their all in the grand play. Yet, not one of the actors was human. Another round of applause ensues from the crowd, who are no less delighted by the illusion than the performance itself. Of course, I'm among them. No matter how many times I see it, Yasue's magic still amazes me. The splash zone! She's gonna smash a watermelon next, I can taste it. She's spitting at us, chat. Did you guys see how Hawk 12 was like a year ago? Did that throw anybody else out? I feel like I've lived 10 years since then. With little to occupy myself with following the play, and little desire to intrude on the lives of others, I quietly wait for Yasue outside of the large venue, a task made easier by the cool night air. Life goes by slowly here. That contrast is one of the most jarring things about our two worlds. Even the most patient modern people have a sense of urgency about them. They're always thinking of things they need to do, people to meet, and news to read. Here, the old man urging his horse on simply pines for a meal and bath, his day's work over. As Yasue finally leaves the venue, I call out to her. The way her shoulders relax a little when she sees me waiting doesn't go missed. I trust you enjoyed the show? Of course, I don't get to see kabuki much, and definitely nothing like that. Yasue gives an indulgent smile at the praise, the two of us starting on our way down the street. It's hard to believe that the road we walk is the very same one I've so often visited downtown, the street layout uncannily familiar. Even as we walk, the odd passerby gives an appreciative bow or word of thanks to Yasue. Her only response each time is a humble, almost shy, bow. Yasue must be one of those grand mages Shino mentioned, yet she herself never mentioned how powerful she was. Far from finding herself flustered by those around us, she instead turns to me for conversation. I did have one question about the modern world. Is kabuki still enjoyed? Do you know if my venue is still there? I feel a little pained by her clear hope for a different answer than I can give. In a world of movies, phones, and streaming, theaters largely relegated to the more culturally refined. Modernity continued unquestioned. Her theater is little more than a small plaque in the real world, one of many minor landmarks commuters unknowingly walk by every day. Were it not for Yasue's interest in the topic, I wouldn't have noticed the unremarkable sign myself. Said plaque never mentioned Yasue, though. Odd for someone who seems to particularly have created the venue's reputation. People have a lot of entertainment available to them these days, so it's usually the older generation who still attends. Theater still has a good audience on the mainland, though. Not so much around Sapporo, but amateur kabuki is still performed here every so often. I try to put a positive spin on it as I can, but the slight clouding to her expression is enough to see I failed. It's difficult to communicate just how much he's missed in over 100 years, much of it harrowing and depressing. Trying to move the topic to more palatable ground, I speak first. With all your magic, what drew you to use it for kabuki? Mages are often a little eccentric. Our nature tends towards that which normal society doesn't understand, that isolation changing us. When I saw how delighted people were with what I had conjured, I decided then and there to keep doing this for a living. Oh, sorry. Can I I was gonna see if I could replay the dialogue. If only my sister had the same desire to remain rooted with common people. She never mentioned how she had a sister. Even now her words more mumbled to herself than directed towards me. There don't exactly seem to be many mages around. I've never seen one before meeting you. I can only speak for Sapporo, but I'd guess there are only about a few dozen maybe within the city. It's difficult to know for sure because many hide their powers or live away from common people as hermits. Maybe they don't know their power? Yasue gives a reflexive snort at the idea, the crude amusement at odds with her otherwise calm and collected nature. She soon answers my confused reaction. That would be as impossible as forgetting you could see. No mage could simply forget their sense of magic. I see. Sorry, I really don't know much of anything about this. You say that, but you seem to leave the sealed world quite easily. I think to myself about how to communicate such a thing, ending up with another clumsy analogy just as Yasue had used. If I had to put it one way, it feels like holding a rock, letting go, returning to my normal world is easy. On the other hand, getting here is like making a rock on the ground float up into my hand. Even though I can do this reliably now, it still feels surreal. I gotta stop hitting the wrong button. I'm gonna adjust myself in my chair a little bit. I think I'm shrimping a little. Does that make any sense? That makes altogether too much sense, actually. I couldn't have described magic any better myself. With this, she emphasizes her point by conjuring a fan into her hand. Magic doesn't fit the law of physics. We're denying reality, and so reality works against whatever magic's being used.
魔術を使われることに反作用を生じさせる。だから、
Therefore, maintaining anything magical takes
力を
active
込め
effort.
続けなくてはならないの。ほのかの言葉を借りれ。
Oh my god. I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm so clumsy. To use your words to... Okay. Therefore, maintaining anything magical takes active effort. To use your words, to keep a rock in the air, you have to hold on to
そ
it.
して手を緩め
Simply
る
let your hand loose and... With this, her fan dematerializes in a moment.
石が地面に
It
落
drops
ち
to
る
the ground.
ということ。もしかしたら
Perhaps you're
ほの
not
か
as
は
ignorant to our
自
ways as
分で
you
思っ
think.
ているよりも魔術のことをよく分かっているのかもしれないわね。
そんな
I
ま
still
だ
need
ま
to
だ
learn
知ら
more
なきゃ
all
いけない
about
ことだら
this.
けだよ。
Sorry if you don't like me
私、質問
questioning
して
you
ば
all
か
the
りだよ
time.
ね。嫌ならごめん。
とんでもない。
On the contrary, I actually rather like that sense of curiosity you have around you. About you. Have you tried asking your friends about them?
友達なんていないよ。
I don't have friends to ask. I'm not really the type.
あら、
You
私
seemed
には
rather
そうは思
approachable
え
to
ないけ
me.
れど。実はね、
Here I was, worried whoever might arrive in this world would be some aloof old
す
mage,
っかり
grown
傲慢に
haughty
な
and
った年寄り
arrogant
の
from
魔術師
skill
だっ
and
たらどう
age.
しようかと心配していたの。
She gives an earnest smile to show her sincerity. Maybe it's only our being forced together by these strange circumstances, but having the company of Yasue is something I'm grateful for. For all she accepts my questioning of her, Yasue never pries into my own affairs. Besides, everyone would seem approachable to her. So many walk up to Yasue in the street, the powerful mage thinking nothing of speaking of them as equals. It would be so easy to become aloof and arrogant with that kind of power. She's so easygoing and has so many skills and interests. In every way, Yasue is a far better person than I. How unfair it is that someone like her instead of me would be so cruelly sealed away. I wonder if she's sealed away because she's a mage. Maybe she was so powerful that they had to lock her up. Somebody did. As we turn a corner, Yasue's soft voice speaks again.
もう一つ聞きたいことがあ
I
っ
did
たの。
have one more
ど
question
うして
actually.
私を強
Where
い魔
did you
術
get
師
the
だと思
idea
った
that I
の？
was powerful?
比
You have
べられる
nobody
魔
to
術師の
compare
知
me
り合い
with,
なんてい
right?
ないでしょ？
She got called
大
out.
学の新しい師匠が
The
お
new
しゃべり好き
librarian
だ
at
か
my
ら魔術
university
のこ
wanted
と
to chat
聞い
with
てみた
me.
の。
So I asked about magic.
自分が
I
使う
thought I
も
should
の
know
のことを
more
知
about
っておき
something
たい
I'm
し。
using.
まあ、
Oh,
大学
you're
生
in
な
a
のね。
university.
すごい
That's
な。
wonderful.
何を勉
May
強
I
してい
ask
る
what
の
you're
か
studying?
聞いてもいいかしら？
I'm a little taken aback by Yasue's excitement before remembering the context. University must have been rare to get into in her time, let alone for a woman.
人文学よ。
Humanities,
主に
literature
文学ね。
mainly.
あら、
Well now,
この世界
how
で役に立ちそう
useful
な
that you
こと。
found yourself in the past.
西洋
Western
文学
literature. The pace of our conversation comes to a stop. Yasue left with an awkward smile. We almost find a common wavelength so often, only to miss by so little each time. Then again, if it hadn't been for my interest in European literature, I'd never have ordered that book on blood magic. I wouldn't have had the patience to slowly read through the handwritten pages either, my well-thumbed Italian dictionary at hand all the while.
ここで聞いた情報を使わせてもらうとしても
What would I put as my
参考文献一覧
bibliography,
にどう
even if
書
I
けば
could
いいの？
use something I found here?
友達から
A
聞いた
friend told
話
me?
とか？
あら、
I
友達は
thought
い
you
ないん
said
じ
you
ゃなかっ
didn't
た
have
の？
any friends. That was a cheap rhetorical trap, and her teasing face shows she knows it. That said, I find myself rolling the idea around in my mind like a sweet. She's embarrassed. The thought suddenly comes to mind that I brought something along, thanks to chatting with Shino days earlier. My hand dives into my pocket to retrieve my phone, but before I can show it to her, a cheerful red packet slips out and falls to the ground first. Yasue's curiosity takes control as she quickly stoops down and takes it in her hands. chocolate.
これは
What's this?
あ、それ
Oh, I completely
今まで
forgot
すっか
about
り忘
buying
れちゃっ
that.
てた
It's just
チョ
some
コレートを持
chocolate.
ってきたの。
Yasue hardly hears me, entirely captivated by the relic of my world as she turns the packet this way and that. She is probably unable to read the English branding and unused to the modern packaging to begin with. It's a little charming, actually. She's hardly shy about her bewilderment, instead happily playing with the foil edges and trying to make sense of the slogans and marketing.
チョコレート
Chocolate. I've heard about this.
確か
It's a
東京で
medicine
売られ
that's
てい
sold
る
in
薬だ
Tokyo.
ったかしら
So this has finally made it to
それが
Hokkaido
と
then?
うとう北海道にも来たの
She's really cute, Chad.
これは薬じゃな
Oh,
くて
it's not
ただの
medicine,
食べ物
just a
よ。
food.
お
A
菓子っ
sweet,
て
I
言え
guess.
ばいいかな。
She's not making a secret of wanting to eat it, very visibly stopping herself from asking. I feel like a mother whose kid is begging at the store.
食べていいよ。
You can have it.
高くな
They're
いもの
cheap.
だし。
Oh my goodness. I'm a little startled by how quickly she begins to work on the wrapper and how clumsily she rips it apart. It's easy to forget just how ingrained so many everyday things are to a modern person, like the specific ways packets are designed to open. No sooner does she take a mouthful of the chocolate inside that her face lights up in delight.
とっても甘いのね
It's so sweet. She continues munching away, raising her free hand to poorly hide her chewing mouth.
現代には
Oh, the modern
本
world
当に
has
素敵
so
な
many
ものがた
wonderful
くさんあるのね
things. So Yasui has a sweet tooth. I wonder when sugary treats reached Hokkaido, she might have only ever had bean rice-based confectionery. Sugar would be terribly sweet compared to anything she's had before. As she savors the last few morsels from the packet, I reach in and take the phone from my pocket once more, usually having left it charging when I came here in the past. Yasue gulps down the last of her chocolate as I bring it up between us, her puzzled face reflecting off its shiny black screen. She jerks back a little in surprise as the screen lights up. Eager to see what she makes of it, I unlock the phone and hand it over to her.
これは
What's this?
電話よ。
A phone.
電話
A phone, you say?
触っていいよ。
Here, you can tap on the
この画
screen
面
and
に
do
触れたら
things.
いろんなことができるから。
Oh, hold on, I got a yawn, I'm sorry. A little eepy. I give a couple of taps here and there to show opening an app and such, before Yasue gives it a try for herself. I don't think she quite understands it at all, but her face lights up as she slowly gets the hang of it. As Yasue fiddles about, she manages to discover moving things by dragging left and right, and opening controls by tapping completely by herself. I'm surprised she worked it out so quickly, but I suppose she's still just human. It's not like I understand how a phone really works, I just use it.
あらこれは
最近の携帯電話はね、カメラとしても使えるの。ほら、このボタンを押せば写真を撮れるよ。
信じられないわ。色が鮮やかで、それにじっとしていなくてもいいのね。ねえ、どうしてこんなに早く現像できるの？
それは説明するのがちょっと難しいかも。でも携帯電話で撮った写真は現像しなくていいの。フィルムに映してるわけじゃないから。
Oh no, I accidentally muted myself to sniffle and I forgot to unmute myself.
信じられないわ。
Oh, I fixed this. I fixed it though. We'll go back. I think this is about the part where I muted myself. With some difficulty, I managed to somehow maneuver a finger onto the shutter button, finally taking the shot with a loud click. Bringing the phone down between us, I show Yasue the saved photo, her face leaning in close to take in every detail.
信じられないわ。
Incredible! Everything's so colorful, and we didn't even have to stay still. How did it develop so fast?
どうしてこんなに早く現像できるの？
それは
It's
説
probably
明
a
するのがちょ
bit
っと難
complicated
し
to
いかも。
explain, but photos
でも
like this don't
携
need to
帯
be
電話で
developed.
撮った
It's
写
not
真は
going
現
on
像
to
しな
film.
くていいの。フィルムに映してるわけじゃないから。
I'm so used to the digital era that the days of film cameras slipped my mind. As I replace the phone in my pocket, Yasue rights herself, but the excited energy from her new discovery still remains. I have to remind myself yet again that this woman's actually the older of us.
ありがとう、ほのか。
Thank you, Honoka. For the first time in so long, I feel like I have some connection to the real world of the...
今は、
明治の
ありがとう、ほのか。今は、
Which
何という
era is
時
it
代なの？
now?
明治の後
After the Meiji era, it went Taisho, Showa, Heisei, and now Reiwa.
令和。
Reiwa.
響きね。
How lovely a name. Those in your
素
era
晴ら
must
しい
live
暮
an
らしを送
amazing
ってい
life.
るんでしょうね。それに
In
食
the
べ
food
物
as
は
well, it's so
さっ
nice.
きのチョコレート、すごく美味しかったもの。
I hold my tongue. But it's all so ordinary to me that I hardly notice such things day to day. To Yasue, though, this might as well be another world entirely. Her childlike joy is quite charming. It feels nice to have helped her, however accidental it might have been. I wonder how long it's been since I have. I'm so wrapped up in my own feelings that it takes a moment to realize Yasue's attention has shifted back to me.
ほのかは笑っている方がいいわ。
In a moment, my face collapses. It's not that I hate her well-meaning compliment, but somehow it doesn't feel right to smile. Not ever after everything that's happened.
安江は
I don't know how you smile so easily, especially after being
閉じ込
sealed
められ
away.
た後でさえも。
だって
It's been
もう
over
100年以
100
上経
years
った
now.
のよ。
My age, the
年
people,
も人
this
々も
world, and
この
everything
世界も
unchanging. I
何
wasn't
一
always
つ
like
変わらない
this.
ま
The
ま。
worst of my time here
昔は
was
こん
the
な風じ
period
ゃな
I
かったのよ。
entertained escape.
一
That
番
every
辛か
moment
っ
I
たの
failed
は
to find a way
この
out
世界から
was a
抜け
moment
出
in the
そうとしてい
company
た
of
頃で
loved
しょう
ones
ね。
that I'd lost.
失敗するたびに愛する人たちと過ごせる時間が失われていくのを感じていたから。
でも
How have you lived your life for so long, though?
ちっとも年を取
You
ってる
don't
よ
look
うに
old
見え
at
ない。
all.
あら、
Why, thank you.
魔術師の中でも
Mages,
特に力
powerful
の強
ones
い者
anyway,
は
can tap
自
a
分
little
の
of
魔
their
術で
magic
老
to
化を
slow
遅ら
their
せること
aging.
ができるの。
It's not unusual for some to
普通の
live
人の
perhaps
3
triple
倍
a normal lifespan, or even
それ
more.
以上に長生きする人もいるわ。あっさりと
I
諦
could
め
have
ること
taken
も
the
できた
easy
け
way
れ
out
ど、
and not done so,
私
but
はここで死
I
ぬわけ
couldn't
には
let
いかな
myself
かった。
die here. Not in the
あの
prison
子
she
が
set me
私
to
をさまよ
wander.
わせるべく作
My
った
revenge
こ
on
の
her
牢獄
would
で
have been
死
my
ぬわけに
final
はいか
play
なかった
if
のね。
only she still lived. Oh, so
あの子へ
somebody
の
did
復讐
seal
は
her here.
私の最後の劇になっていたでしょうね。あ
Interesting.
の子がまだ生きているならだけれど。
For the first time, I catch a glimpse of something darker in her. Without thinking, I take a step back, my chest tightening at the change from her otherwise gentle nature. Oh. The cheerful red packet, crumpling up in her tightening hand, reminds her of the here and now. Yasue forcing the thoughts from her mind given my presence. It's only natural to hate anyone who did such a thing to her, but I didn't know she had such anger bottled up. That isn't your concern, though. Let's end talk of that matter. I see much has changed in your world, if not mine. Pants are common now, for one. She gives a small smile, trying to distract herself with a lighter topic. I can't help but feel awful, but I humor Yasue for her sake. I wouldn't say it to her now of all times, but this world reminds me a little of a snow globe, a small slice of the world, captured at one point in time and now everlasting, a world where the company of strangers is all she had. Don't worry, kimono and yukata are still worn, especially for festivals and events. I wore one to the last fireworks, actually. I'd like to see that. You'd look pretty in one. Every so often, she oversteps into undeserving compliments. I get that she wants to put me at ease, though. One of my earliest memories as a child is of standing around in my yukata all ready to go, but the festival being cancelled. To cheer me up, my parents took me to see fireflies instead. When I saw them, I thought they were better than any fireworks. They almost looked magical as a child, floating about in the night's darkness. That's sweet. It's been a long time since I saw those. It's been a long time for me as well. Fireflies are hard to find anymore, with increasing pollution and less wilderness. I feel an altogether too familiar pain of regret at mentioning my family. My body is going cold at the idea of having to think about this any further. This is the one place I'm free from that feeling. Why did I have to bring them up? Please don't ask anything further about them, Yasue. Please. Soon, that wish becomes altogether too true. The silence makes it clear Yasue has been taken off guard, acutely aware of the topic to avoid. As I feel pain from clutching at my arm, I decide to use one excuse to leave that I told myself I wouldn't. I should be going. I'm feeling tired. That's fine, Honoka. Take care of yourself. For what it's worth, I'm glad you count me as a friend. Everyone needs some, even if you may not believe it. That's why I took up theater after all. Thanks, Yasue. I'll see you later. I see. With that, I take a deep breath and close my eyes. Even as the magic begins to take hold, my mind is elsewhere. I can't make the world a better place as Shino is working towards. I'm too selfish and too useless to do something like that. What I can do is help this one person. We finished the demo, chat! We finished it for realsies this time. If you're waiting for Moomin Friday, then I'll open up the stage in a few minutes here, not seconds. I'm gonna give myself a little more time than that. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up stream for the night. I really enjoyed that, actually. I hope you guys did too. We'll definitely have to play more when it's properly out, yeah? I really want to know more about Yasue and Honoka. But I also want to meet all the characters we didn't get to meet too. And Shino. I really enjoyed that though. Let's see, okay. For everybody who's not going to Moomin in a bit, why don't we go ahead and find somebody to raid, shall we? Okay. Let me take a look. Who's still going tonight, huh? Oh, thank you, Regent Lattice47 for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hold on, let's see then. How about Alma is going. Alma does a thing called Finding Out Friday, and I think it's a study session, and it's really cool. The few times I've been able to kind of tune in. So why don't I go ahead and send you over to Alma Senpai? It's been a minute, so I'd love to give her the, whoa, I've been bonked. Irregular, I don't know if you saw, but we have a new redeem. You can now, request me to make a Puyo ham. I don't know if that would be up your alley, but I know you like the Puyo ham, so I figured I'd bring it up. And anybody else watching who, would like to make a little guy that looks like the one on my head who's pink. Good stream, bonk. Thank you. I will accept your bonk this time. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll send every Hammie over to Alma Senpai. And then, tomorrow, we will be building a Gunpla. We'll be building Charzaku. And I'm really excited because I'm gonna take my smart meds and we're gonna do great and it's gonna be awesome and we're gonna have fun. I am gonna start an hour earlier, but, I hope you guys will come hang out with me while I build my first Gunpla tomorrow. Show! That's right. Alright, chat. It's HG. HG. I'm a beginner, so, I guess you probably figured that out. I'm pretty new to it, so I'm hoping, perfect grade, no way. You guys would be here for, like, hours. But I'm really excited. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Until then, be safe, have a good night. I'll see you at Moomin if you do. Otherwise, please say hello to Alma Senpai for me, okay? Have a good night. Thank you, chat.